Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
With Gus,
Kerry,
Barbara,
Burnie,
and Gus.
Hey, look at that. So today during the Monday meeting, we have a Monday meeting where we discuss all the hot topics of Rooster Teeth that are going to take place in the week.
Your
Such
hair
as,
looks great, by the way.
Thanks, man.
I just need to point that out.
Such as who's going to be absent for the week. And then, look at this.
it's like Casper scared you.
That's way better. I like that. So we talk about that kind of stuff at Monday meeting, and I got the mic that you can hear in the restaurant. I'm so happy.
This Gavin's not here.
Yeah, I'm so happy. There's one mic every podcast where you can hear it from the control room. I got it this week, so I got the voice of God. So at Monday meeting, Meg mentioned that she was at Dallas Comic-Con this last weekend. Is that right? Dallas Comic-Con? And the people there kept asking her about RTX tickets. And these two got so mad that people were asking about RTX tickets.
I just politely said that they're fucked.
That's
all.
What I got mad about is totally different. People book their hotel and travel before buying their ticket. That's stupid. Don't do that.
Also, the tickets were on sale for how many months?
Oh, like
4 months?
I don't think it was
5
that
months?
long. It was probably like 2 months, 2.5 months before it sold out.
Yeah, but we warned people a couple times.
It wasn't
that
like
there
a
was
weekend.
Yeah.
Or they didn't go out like overnight.
Right. It's
And we
not
kept
San Diego
saying,
Comic-Con.
like,
Let's
yeah,
calm
no.
down here.
And when I say mad, it's frustration because that's Gus and Barbara's lives. Is essentially organizing RTX.
Well, it's not only that. It's like organizing our travel. If we're going to go to an event, we make sure we get into the event before we book the airfare.
Yeah.
I'm going to E3 and I don't have a badge yet.
I think also for me, I deal a lot with community questions and stuff. And so a lot of people saying like, oh, I didn't get a ticket in time. Is there anything you could do? It's like, we warned you guys like 100 times the tickets were going to sell out.
So will there be more tickets?
If you win this contest.
Undecided.
I'm being told Barbara and Kerry are quiet on the stream, just so you know, out
okay.
there in the control room.
Like, am I
All
not
right, we're
saying
good.
enough? Or?
No.
Hey,
You
controller
speak
room,
up.
can you come out here and tell Barbara and Kerry to be louder?
Tell them
yell at
to
me.
be more interesting.
That would be great.
Thanks, Gus.
So we were off last week because of Memorial Day. And it just so happens that the city of Austin almost floated away.
We pre-recorded a podcast.
We pre-recorded the week before.
Watch this. This is going to be hard. Oh, it's not working.
That's so good.
Yeah, it works. During the pre-recorded podcast, I speculated that my foot may be fractured, and it turns out it is.
Oh, stop it!
don't
Oh
do
my
that.
god!
I'm wearing that giant boot,
It's armor.
So
I can like
you
pound
fractured
shit
it by
down.
missing a step?
I missed
I'm
a
scared
step.
it's gonna break
no.
the table.
Oh yeah, it
honestly.
might break the table. Yeah, that's totally
I
possible.
thought you were concerned about his foot.
Nah.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely
I
not.
was texting and walking downstairs, and I missed the last step. I thought it was ground, and it was a step.
Who are you
And
texting? Because
My
I'm
wife.
assuming the stairs. What?
My wife.
His wife.
Right. So what stairs were you on?
I was outside of a barbershop.
Okay.
I
You're
just
just
got a
like
haircut.
hair's cut,
Yeah.
feeling good
'Cause
on
when
my
you
way
say
home, baby.
stairs, I would
Hashtag winky
assume
face.
you're in your
Be
house,
naked.
and if you're in your house, you're not texting anybody. 'cause
No.
you only text your
I
wife.
was out and about.
What percentage of your texts do you think go to your wife?
99.999.
Really?
Yeah.
Easily.
All of them.
Yeah.
I don't text anyone.
You
Don't
text me?
don't
You
talk
text me?
to don't talk to me.
You've made me so gun shy about being a bad texter because you call me a bad texter.
You're a bad texter.
I worry about it constantly now.
You're a bad texter.
How's he a bad texter?
And I know your tricks because you told him. He'll receive a text, but he'll only preview it so it doesn't mark red.
Yeah.
That's what Gavin does.
No,
not
you do it.
me.
I know you do it.
Why don't you just
I
turn off
don't.
red receipt?
I keep him on as a polite courtesy.
But then
to my
you
friends.
fuck us.
I don't
So
fuck
we can
anybody.
see that you're ignoring us. Instead
I'm
of
not
just-
going to look at my.
I'm
my,
gonna look
my
at it
message
too. I'm
history.
exact- you
I'm gonna
and
try
I-
to beat Gus to my message history.
How
and
many
see.
unread messages do you have right now?
Fuff? I don't know.
That was kind of like 5.
I have 11. I have 11 unread texts. Let me see.
We
here.
are actually pretty good. We've been back and forth quite a bit lately, and we're being good about
That
it.
just means you read them and don't actually read them.
I got one from Brandon that's from Saturday. I haven't read that. Let's see what it has to say. All right, how are you feeling about that? Do you want to do that project? Yes, I do, Brandon.
There you
I'll
go,
say,
Brandon.
watch this. Sure, man.
Sounds
Wow.
cool.
He's gonna be so happy.
He's gonna be thinking, "Wow, Bernie's a great texter."
But yeah, so
I periscoped at the Monday meeting today, by the way, just to see how many people in the office follow me on Periscope. Because I just started it, and it's like, listen, everybody's phones go
It's just like over and over again.
all over the place. Yeah.
who doesn't disable notifications immediately? I disable all of my
I
notifications.
actually want the Periscope notification to be on because it's
live.
nice.
You got to
Yeah,
catch
it's a
it
live
fast,
thing.
man.
The only notification I have on is text messaging. I think every other
Right.
notification on my
No
phone is off.
voicemail?
Huh? Voicemail? No, fuck no. Why would I do that?
If you
It's
get a
awful.
voicemail, if it's important.
An important voicemail?
Yeah.
If you call my
Never
voice,
happened.
if you call my voicemail now, it says, "Hi, you reached Bernie Burns." Actually, you haven't reached Bernie Burns. You reached my voicemail. Why didn't you text me? This is 2015. What's wrong with you?
Wow,
That's
you're
all
so
it says.
clever.
It's all what it says, and people are. I've got to change it back because people are so mad Like when they leave a message, like, I guess I'm not supposed to leave a message.
And they still leave a message?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Let me.
Once you've listened to the voicemail part, you're in it.
Yeah,
think.
you're done.
You
You're
can't-
in.
Well,
You
the only
can't
voicemails I
do
get are from telemarketers when like it's just carried over, and that's all I
You
get.
know,
Like,
I love when I see a number I don't recognize on my phone. I'm like, all right, this is probably a telemarketer. I pick it up. It's like, hello? It's like, click, silence. Hello? And then it connects their call. And they're like, yes, can I speak with Gustavia? Sarah?
Gustavia? That sounds like cereal.
I'm like, all right, hang up. Like, I know you do not know who the fuck you're talking to. It's like they go through their spiel and they see my name and they're like, fuck.
You know what you should do when
How
they're
do
doing
they
that?
mispronounce your name?
I can see when you see Gustavo on there. You go, Gustavo?
yeah, mine are
Gustavo?
fucked. Nobody says
Gustavo?
my name correctly.
What? Because your first name.
My true name.
Your true name.
Yeah,
Oh.
'cause, like,
My true name. My sky
form.
name.
Don't say it, otherwise you capture him.
yeah,
My spirit name.
yeah. Like every time it's like they get to it and they're like, Kyrian. This is like, all right, I don't care about this message.
Yeah.
like at all.
Like, you have nothing valuable to say
No.
to me. Yeah.
You know what you should do? You should just like right before you hang up, you should just say simply, "How dare you?" That's it. Just how dare you? Ruin that person's day.
Fucking dare you.
That is an insult to my culture.
But we almost floated away. All of Austin. The month of May. I tweeted this fact. The month of May.
You retweeted this fact.
Retweeted this fact
Wow.
from the National Weather
saying.
Service.
Thank you, guys.
Gus, while it rained so much in May in Texas, I learned like all the counties around Travis County, which is what is our county. I knew 2 counties. I knew Travis County and I knew Hayes County, and that was it. Now I know like everything in like a 6-county radius because of all these
Got
flood
Milam
warnings.
County.
Yeah.
Bell County.
Wimberley. You know.
Wimberley's not a county, dude.
Well,
Get your
it's
shit
state.
together.
It's where city is.
That's
Wimberley's in Hayes County.
That's a tournament.
Sorry.
Come at me, counties.
I think the flood hit you the worst, probably, right, Gus?
Let's talk a little more about the flood in general before we get to my specific.
Okay, so it has
Circumstance.
been raining in Austin for like the entire month of May. I
Well,
want
pretty
to
much.
say.
You were gonna say
We have a shot up on the screen. It's May 21st to May 26th, and it's like that's a kind of like something that feeds into one of our lakes. I saw a series of these screenshots, and it's just like our lake recovered so much. By the way, the new Austin hipsterism, which I'm fucking sick of, is people would want to talk to you about lake levels. I fucking hate that.
Like
I
you're
really,
doing
you know
right
the
now?
lake's only 6 feet
Yeah.
below its average.
Man, I was
sea
about to
level,
start
right?
talking about Lake Travis, but I'm not going to now.
They're like literally like, yeah, they're like it's like somebody's car's floating away, and they're like, oh, my fucking car's floating away, and there's always some dude there with fucking horn rim glasses going, yeah, but we really need this rain. Yeah, the
lake's health is never
You don't need
better.
your
the
car.
lake levels are really high now. It's like, go fuck yourself,
You
dude.
didn't finish your stat because it's a really cool stat.
So the stat is that in the month of May, it rained enough in the state of Texas to cover the entire state in 8 inches of water. It rained 32 trillion gallons of water on the state of Texas in the month of May.
It felt like that.
It
for
was
sure.
It was nuts. It
How
was
much
nuts.
California hate us right now.
Well, we went through
By
that.
the way,
I mean,
you
we
can't
were
tweet
in
about
that
rain and
drought.
somebody from California doesn't show up talking to you how much they need the rain.
Also, like, wasn't Texas
get
in
it.
a drought for years before
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, that was the point I was trying to make on Twitter, was that we've been in a drought, a very long time, Barbara, like 4 or 5 years now, and it completely turned around in a month. Completely turned around from this weather pattern that came through here. It was It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. And on Monday in particular, when we had, a pre-tape podcast, I think on last Monday there were 6 different tornadoes in the Austin area.
Yeah, fuck that. That scares the shit out of me.
Oh,
Yeah.
we went downtown for Blaine's birthday on, I think it was Saturday night.
Yeah. You
guys are
One of the
crazy
tornado
people.
warnings was happening. And
Oh
we were
yeah,
just like,
Ashley and I had to bail on that because we were so worried about the weather.
Because the world was ending that night.
it was
Yeah.
totally fine, by the way, downtown. Like, it rained a lot when we first
Or
got
were you
there.
just so drunk that you didn't notice how
No.
fucked it was?
No, I would notice it if it was raining and I
Okay.
was drunk. I'd be like, my hair! But no, it's fine.
I lost power for 27 hours starting that night.
Oh, that's right.
I had no power all day
You should have
Sunday.
come
So
downtown.
it was like
We had power.
starting 9:30 on Saturday until 12:30 in the morning on Monday. It was like no
He just
power.
brings a little TV and like his PS4. He's like,
Plugs it into
you
the
guys
bar."
keep doing your thing.
It was
we had beer and food.
fucking awful. And then we did that thing where it's like, we don't think the power's going to be out that long. So it's like, well, don't open the fridge. Don't open the fridge. We'll be able to save all the food.
Yeah.
And then like after a while, you're like, no, it's all gone. And we should have just fucking eaten it.
You should eat the
Did
food.
you not
If we-
eat it?
No, because we thought the power wouldn't be out for 27 fucking hours. We live in America. Power was out for
Did you
27
think that maybe
hours.
that you were giving up on society at some point?
I'd given up. I regressed to a caveman.
Did you?
I built a fire in my
Was
living
this
room.
pre or post?
It's called a fireplace.
Like, were you able to use that to club?
I don't have a fireplace.
Oh, okay.
My favorite part of that story is how you said that at one point you and Esther just weren't. You were just sitting there staring at nothing, not talking to each other because you had nothing to talk about.
Yeah, it's like after our 15 or something. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Just like,
Read a book.
that tree's moving. Wow.
Get in the car and go somewhere.
No.
Anywhere.
No. We just sat there. Because we're also like recluses and introverts. So we just
Well, she
sat
was screaming
there.
on Twitter, Gus, let us leave the house. And you're like, we're not going anywhere.
We have to be there in case the power came back.
Society was already falling. You don't want to go outside at that point. Like, you need to be inside.
And you also were, how did you charge your phones? Because you guys are tweeting nonstop.
We would go occasionally out to like a coffee shop or a restaurant and like charge our laptop and our phone so that we had power in them, and then we could use our laptop as batteries, basically.
You know, it really is crazy if you ever get in a situation where you, for whatever reason, are denied one of the basic necessities of life, like running water or electricity. It completely changes your life. Like
internet.
like getting water. If your water ever gets shut off your house, like the act of getting water eats up like half your day, basically. You know, getting to a place where you can take a shower or something like
Or
that.
brush your teeth even.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all that water's really good for the lake levels.
It is.
Yeah.
You can
What
go to
else?
the lake and get some water back.
Excuse me. The rain is falling right on the watershed, which feeds directly to Lake Buchanan and Lake Travis.
Travis.
So, God, I mean, it's like everybody knows everything about what the watershed zones are now in Texas.
You know where else the rain was falling?
Where's the recharge zone for
The rain was also falling right on the fucking roads and turning them into rivers.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Well, see, what happened was it rained a ton, and there was really bad storms along the way in May. I remember I was in a movie Hit that shot right at the beginning of May, like May 3rd, and they had to cancel the shoot because of a storm that came through. And I realized like 3 weeks later, it's still raining. It was just it wouldn't stop raining.
Well, you tweeted that picture, or was it Michael who showed the weather app and it said Thor's in town or something like that? It was just rain every day.
That was me. That must have been Michael. But the crazy thing was towards the end of the month, and even probably right now, is the ground got so saturated that the rain had nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like would flow like across rivers, and across roads and turn them into rivers. It was a really horrible story. This is a major downer. There was a family that was in a cabin that they rented, and they got lifted up, and it went down the river, and like 3 of the 4 people in the family died.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Eventually, it broke apart. And
That happened in a Simpsons episode, and it was fucking funny in the Simpsons episode. When it happened in reality, it was like much more grim.
No
shit, yeah.
They must have been really upset because their power was out. Yeah, they were really upset. Floating down the river.
It's good for the
They
lake.
had no Wi-Fi to tweet about it.
But it's always too. So you see these things like people like getting in a car and driving across a low water crossing, and it's just like don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. One
go
thing I have
around.
to say though, the side effect in my car is that my car is enormously heavy. Like my car is heavier than my pickup truck. So it actually does great in weather like this, like going through like low water and all that stuff. I could run the risk of, I guess, like submerging the batteries and having a huge problem.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
But
Yeah.
it does great in water.
Turns to a
Like I had
submarine.
no problems
Yeah.
like charging.
Is your car
through stuff in
waterproof by chance?
here. I hope so.
Gotta
That
keep
would
it
be really
inside.
cool.
You got to keep it out of the bath.
Yeah.
You know, it actually the car has an Easter egg in it. Tesla has some kind of honestly some dumb stuff like the stupid key fob and all that, but it has an Easter egg in the display where it shows the car digitally, like shows a picture of the car and when the doors are open, and you can hit a couple buttons and it turns it into the underwater James Bond car from Spy Who Loved Me. I think
That's
Spy
pretty
Who
amazing.
Loved Me.
Could
The
you
white
leave it
one.
like that?
Yeah, I think you can. I think you can.
Like, that's
or
just
maybe
how
when you
it
close
displays?
it goes away. I'm not sure. Anyway, I read about it on
Do you get a
Gizmodo and
discount
tried it.
on the Tesla wall thing?
Nope.
Because you own a Tesla? No.
They say now that Tesla wall, the battery, I'm actually not overly excited about it, but apparently it's a really big deal because they even out the way.
Yeah.
Do you know what this is, Gus?
Yeah, it really lowers the cost per kilowatt hour of
Yeah,
electrical
It's
storage.
like averages it out, essentially.
It evens your load, basically. Yeah. And
I was trying to be adult and not laugh.
apparently they've sold more batteries,
Do that.
pre-ordered more of those batteries than anything else. Like
think-
that could be like the big moneymaker for
Yeah, I think
that
their
company.
production is bottleneck. Like they're sold out through 2016, I believe.
Well, damn.
They're like Apple Watches.
Had your
I saw
hands
one in
full.
the wild finally.
Oh, did you?
I was at Shake Shack over the weekend and I saw a douchebag wearing one.
So
He was wearing an Apple Watch. I know he's a
You
douchebag.
didn't have to say he was a douchebag. You could just said, oh, yeah, it was a guy wearing an Apple Watch. We would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Speaks
so
for
you
itself.
know, sorry, Barb. Go ahead.
So it speaks for itself.
With the Apple Watch?
Yeah.
If I bet everyone who wearing an Apple Watch is like walking around like this, like what? Huh? Right? Hey, I'd like a cheeseburger, please. Please notice my watch. The so Shake Shack
Do you take Apple Pay?
just opened. Does it use Apple Pay?
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
My fucking bank won't use Apple
Are
Pay,
you
so I can't
rethinking
do
everything?
it. I'm so angry. Because I have the 6, so I could just like, boop. But no, can't do it.
I could never. Oh, speaking of which, so we made fun of this. This is I'm gonna try to like debunk a little bit of our own cynicism here. So this is My coin came in the mail. So this
shit.
is my programmable credit card.
That's a card, silly.
Is it? Yeah.
Not a coin.
It's a coin. See? This is something I pre-ordered on Kickstarter like a year and a half ago, and Gus and I were convinced that after Apple Pay was announced, they just were like gonna
give up,
disappear and run. But it's cool. You
so
can like
you and I ordered
program it with different cards.
Let's just put everything in there.
You put all your different cards.
Does it say the entire number when you click the button?
No, it just is the last
okay,
4
just
digits,
the
but I'm
last
still
4
very careful about it.
Yeah.
You and I ordered them at about the same time.
Did you see
And
that?
after you got yours, I was so angry that I contacted them and I asked them when I was going to get mine. End of August.
Wow.
Ashley, when's yours coming?
This month.
She's doing a little shimmy
This
too.
month. You look like a sim when you do that dance.
She's doing a little shimmy dance.
Like one of the programmed
Little
dance.
simmy dance.
Here, so I'll try to show this in the best way that I can. So basically, this is it, and you see it's got a little display here, and then you've got this button where you just hit, and you can store like up to 8 credit cards in it, and then it reprograms the magnetic strip.
Is
and
that
you
like
can do it.
e-paper?
What?
Is that e-paper? What is the
little
screen?
display?
Yeah.
Oh, you
does it
can look
feel
at it. It looks like
No, it's a
little
credit
bit.
card,
It
dude.
feels like I thought it would be
Jesus.
thicker.
It's a
for some
coin.
reason.
Get your
No,
head out of your
yeah,
ass.
I gotta say, and everywhere,
fit.
just about everywhere that I've used it, it's worked. So I have to say that we gave that thing a lot of shit, and when it showed up, it's actually pretty cool.
Now you just need your vessel. And
Do you ever
you're
use
all
that?
done.
Yeah, I would be jealous.
Do you ever use your Apple Pay?
I do. Remember, did we hear when we told the story when I did it with Gavin and Dan, and they laughed at me because I still had to sign,
Oh, right.
and then we lost our markers
Lost
for the
your
day.
markers.
Yeah, and I had to walk
Oh,
back.
I'm sorry, my beer.
So stupid.
But the other thing I have to debunk our cynicism on is that we always make fun of people who like line up for everything in Austin. And Shake Shack, which I'm in the process of moving right now, but the house that I currently live in, Shake Shack opened like 2 blocks away from my house, like very close to my house in Austin. And I'm comfortable saying that because I'm about to move out of that place. So that line is halfway around the block for Shake Shack every day. It's a hamburger place. It's a big deal.
It's not just a hamburger place.
But I went to it. Gus, you went to it.
Yep.
You just said that.
Yep.
That was it's amazing hamburgers.
They're good.
I totally hate hype. I hate like when things are built up like that. I think it's overblown. It lived up to it and exceeded it. Even
So
as
good.
high as the hype was set for it.
Yes.
I
It
think
still
it might
exceeded
be
it.
my favorite hamburger.
I will. It makes me hate the people in the Hop Dottie line even more.
Yeah.
Hop Dottie is a local burger joint that is mediocre
At
burgers
best.
at
At
best.
It is overrated beyond belief. Probably one of the most overrated places.
The
in
line of
Austin.
Hop Dottie is sometimes an hour long
Yeah.
for a fucking
I
hamburger.
get pissed at anybody I know who recommends Hop Dottie to people who are from out of town.
You want to smash a bottle over the head,
It's
don't
like,
you?
why there?
I'm being told in my earpiece from the control room that Hop Dottie was rated the #1 burger in the country.
Bullshit.
Ooh.
By what? Butt Taster Magazine? What is
No,
the
it's
place?
probably by Hop Dottie magazine.
Hop Dottie
There
Incorporated.
you go. There you go. Thanks, Babs.
Good taste.
the only time I would ever recommend Hop Dottie is if you go and get the full experience, which is the big goblet of beer, the queso fries,
it's
and
an
a shake,
experience
and then you
for sure.
die.
The green chili burger's good.
It's alright, yeah.
They also good. They have decent
I
shakes
like
there.
your ahi tuna.
But it's no Shake Shack. Shake
No.
Shack is amazing.
Shake Shack has a line for dessert.
I went on Sunday, like at noon. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be there less than an hour. I went Sunday at noon. There were 3 people in line in front
You
of me.
can sneak it in, like, because everyone's sleeping off their hangovers.
Right, or they're
Saturday.
like, there's no way. There's like the lines would be crazy at noon. No one's gonna go there.
Probably everyone was thinking the same thing and didn't even bother going.
Yeah, so I didn't wait at
You
all.
should just live there when your power was out.
I should
You've just
have.
been in line forever. Just get back in line.
We have a Shake Shack date this week.
Yeah?
With a couple people from sales, RTX sales.
Oh, yeah? They do a...
We scheduled it last week to go to Shake Shack this week.
apparently at every Shake Shack, I know this because there was a guy. I also went, Gus, by the way, you would have hated this. I went, there was like 2 people in line, and I saw this big empty line. I'm there with the boys, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to make it. And then there's a dude standing right there. It's a new restaurant, so all these employees are basically new. And there's a guy there going, oh, are you familiar with the menu? Have you ever been here before? I go, well, it's a burger place. I'm pretty sure I can figure it out, but why don't you tell the kids? Because I'm sure they'd like to know. Of course they didn't. The dude talked for like probably 10 minutes.
Why?
I don't know.
There's like 5 things on the menu.
He went over everything. I'm like, you got to stop this. I'm like, it's killing me.
Did
really
he go
hungry.
through like the calorie count?
He went through everything. Like, I learned that every Shake Shack has a signature concrete, which is like their super, super thick
Yeah.
shakes. And the one they have at this one is an Uchi concrete, which is Uchi's a really another cool thing about Austin is the best sushi restaurant I've ever been to in my life is in Austin, which you would never. Whenever we tell people that, they're always like, "Give me a fucking break." There's no good sushi places in the middle of Texas.
Well, the lake's up over the road now, so the fish like come right to you.
As the
Fresh
new
as
Austin
fish.
hipster will tell you, well,
Watershed.
the lake went up to 78% volume. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. You know, this is the fastest water gain in Lake Travis since 1947.
Oh, really?
These are all real facts,
Oh.
by the way. I mean,
I'm
this
so
is like
sorry that you know these.
Go on the Austin subreddit and look up lake levels and just go, shut up.
The fact that you've memorized these facts for the podcast.
I'm so sick of hearing about the goddamn lake. Here's the other thing, too. None of the people go on the fucking lake.
No.
Nobody goes out. I've been out to the lake. I used to go to the lake all the time when I was in college. But nobody in Austin who lives on a regular basis goes out to that
we
lake.
go to the lake and paint the lake.
I mean, the closest anyone in our group goes to going out to the lake is they go the other direction, go down south, and go tubing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the closest. Have you ever been on Lake Travis in a boat?
Once.
You lived in Austin for like 1,000 years.
Once. I got really drunk. I drank a fifth of Jack and passed out. Then I woke up 2 days later.
In the lake?
No, in my own apartment. I don't have no idea.
Your foot was
so-
broken. The power was out.
So you went on the lake during this time?
Oh,
Esther was staring at a tree.
No, this is some other time. I said I went on the lake at some point in the past.
Oh.
This is an old story.
Lake Travis. You ever been on Lake Travis?
not on Lake Travis.
Lake
no.
Travis. Ever been on it?
I
Okay.
went to the Oasis. Is that where it is?
Yeah, that's that Lake Oasis overlooks Lake
I-
Travis.
my-
It
so
has
overlooked it.
the worst food with the best view.
Yeah.
Are we just this is like the shit on restaurant
Oh, no, yeah.
podcast?
My
Oasis is terrible.
my parents love it, so they would take me up there when I was a kid from San Antonio. Then I went for we all went for something. I don't remember what it was, and it was just like sad. And I was like, all right, well, I don't need to go here anymore.
I've been on Ladybird Lake before.
That's a river. Ladybird Lake is the lake that runs through the middle of Austin.
That's
The lake that
damned.
runs through
Yeah.
Austin, basically. And
What?
it's like
Why do they call it a lake? It's a
I really
fucking
don't know.
river.
It's Colorado River.
It's a Colorado River.
Yeah, it's a
They-
very,
they
it's a
named it-
very famous river,
They named it Town Lake, and then they changed the name to Ladybird Lake.
which is Lyndon B. Johnson's wife.
Lake.
Ladybird.
Lake Mrs. Johnson. I'm gonna start
I
calling
heard
it
she's
that.
buried there.
What's that?
I heard she's buried there.
In the lake?
They like Viking cedar.
I like the idea of like Richard Nixon with a flaming arrow, Boop, you know, lighting the pyre. That would be awesome.
I also can't think of lakes or rivers right now without thinking about the Jinx, which I just finished.
Oh,
you
on
finally
HBO?
watched it?
Yeah.
Stop it, because I haven't seen it
Have
yet.
you
I
seen
gotta
it?
see it.
Have you seen the
Didn't watch
Jinx?
any of it.
No, man.
I'm waiting for HBO now.
I mean,
until
I know the thing though. I know the thing.
You know the
the
story.
thing.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
I'm so glad you watched it. Like we talked about it when we were filming $1 Million Butt the other day. Like you mentioned, you weren't done yet.
Yeah.
And you mentioned like a pivotal moment. I was like, oh yeah.
I was 4 episodes in,
It's
there's
like
2
wait.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I highly recommend that to anybody.
It's
who has
so well
HBO.
done.
Yeah.
So I finally broke down and got HBO Now, because I don't have HBO subscribed to my cable system. So HBO Now is the on-demand service that's digital.
Which is genius, by the way.
Which I thought was actually a bigger problem, because the way they kind of marketed it is that you can get on Apple TV. Like, and that's what I kept hearing from people. You had to have an Apple TV, which I have an Apple TV. I just didn't want to hook up my Apple TV. It like got unhooked like 3 years ago, and I never
So it's
hooked it
just
back up
sitting
again.
there unhooked, and you're just like, dah.
It's literally like 2 things. It's like an
HDMI.
HDMI port, and
Ugh.
that's it. Yeah, that's literally all it would take. But I don't think I'd find that shitty little remote that comes with
Use
it.
your
and all.
phone.
Can I use my phone?
Yeah, you can
parrot.
download the remote app.
I can use the phone as long as it's on the network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
Why would you have the
Wi-Fi?
Apple TV not on the network?
Because 3 years ago I got a different network. I got
Plug
like-
it in. Cable.
What's that?
Ethernet.
Yeah, you know.
We're giving you solutions, Bernie.
No.
I don't know what
let's
you
Just
want.
do it.
So wired internet, it's better than wireless.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
Wireless is like misery.
Yeah.
It is, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we all kind of pretend like it's cool.
Well, it's all right.
Wireless,
It's convenient.
wireless is horrible.
It's cool,
really is.
but it's not as reliable.
Dude, I like Time Warner came because I can't get, in my new house, I can't get Google Fiber, which doesn't exist anyway, and I can't
It
get
never will.
AT&T's megabit fiber. But I could at the old
Gigapower.
place. Was it Gigapower?
Gigapower.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but
just got it.
could get the Time Warner modem because it's Time Warner cable, and I made the guy like install a cable drop in the room where I knew I was going to have my computer. That's so I made him put it in there. God, that was the biggest fucking fight, Gus. It was like that guy was going to do everything in his power to not put that cable outlet in there.
He
It's
did
like,
not
there
think it was a good idea there?
There's
or?
a billion reasons why it couldn't be done. Just can't be done.
He probably didn't want to do the work. He's probably trying to get out of there.
Can't be done. He did come on Memorial Day, which I found to be amazing, right before the whole world fell apart.
Jesus.
And but he put it in, and so now I have like right where my computer is, I'm gonna have everything hardwired.
What was his reasoning for not being able to put it in there?
Something about walls and insulation.
Communism.
It was like, yeah, it's like doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, this has a wireless router that comes with it. I'm like, fuck that.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the wireless built into that cable was such a piece of shit.
Is it?
I
Yeah.
just got a new apartment. I moved in with my friend who works here, and we just bought 100-foot Ethernet cables. We have one that runs all the way into his room with a switch. Got one that runs into mine with a switch. Like nothing is wireless except for our phones.
I was wondering about your move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It just
had no
happened.
idea.
Yeah, I paid someone to do it.
Because you moved right after we moved to the new office, or right before.
Yeah.
And then again,
right
like
after.
a year later.
Yeah, I'm not moving ever again, except when I get a house.
You're going to live with this
Just
person
kick that guy
forever.
out. Boot.
Yeah.
Can you say who you live with?
Alex, yeah. It's
Oh, okay.
so one of our modelers, Alex Juarez. He's
Yeah.
okay.
So what prompted that? We're just like we're talking about stuff one day and moved in together.
No, we actually went to high school together.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we went to high school together, and we eventually he started doing contract stuff for us, and he needed a place to stay, so he was crashing my couch. So then just just start paying rent, and we'll give you your own room. It was just one of those really easy transitions. So
You know, it's funny you talk about high school because we were talking at the Monday meeting today about how I met Kerry for the first time. Because today is Kerry's 5th anniversary as an employee of the company.
Yay.
There's
Congratulations.
actually very few people that have hit that milestone.
Yeah,
it's
shit.
It's the 5 original guys.
Jack and Brandon also.
Jack, Brandon, Monty hit 5 years, and then Yvonne as well has 5 years of service.
What about Chris Damaris?
I think he's very close.
he was October of the same
Yeah.
year that I was.
Yeah, he's very, very
So,
close.
oh,
Yeah.
wow. You predate Damaris?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Demers is doing contract stuff, but in terms of full time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've always been, even when I was doing the Game Time series and I talked to people about how they got their job at the company, I was always so reluctant to talk to Kerry because the way Kerry essentially got introduced to Rooster Teeth was
Oh, God.
he was going, I know,
Oh.
he was going to high school
It was
in San Antonio.
Not me.
And I was
Not
working
me.
a booth. I was at PAX Prime. I was working a booth selling T-shirts and signing stuff. And this kid who said he was 16,
Yeah.
but you look like you were 12, he came up to the booth. And he's like, hey, I came from San Antonio. I go, why'd you come meet me in Seattle if you're from San Antonio, which is 45 minutes south of here, so it's south of
I thought
Austin.
you guys would turn me away.
And he had a mentorship at his high school.
Could you imagine?
And he comes up and he says, the sweet kid, he goes, hey, I have a mentorship at my high school, and I have to select somebody I'd like to be my mentor to help me learn about business and stuff like that.
Industry, yeah.
Yeah, industry and all that. He goes, and I'd like for you to do it. And I went, nope. He goes, oh, okay. Okay. Then he left, and he came back the next day. And he goes, so I thought I'd talk to you about the mentorship thing again. And I was like, this just sounds like I really don't have a lot of time. I won't have a lot of time for it. I just can't do it. He goes, okay. He came back third time, and he was like, I just want to check one more time. We'll do the mentorship thing. I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'll do the mentorship. I'm not going to drive to San Antonio. I'm not going to write any reports. If there's any interview stuff, you're just going to make up all my answers about how cool you are, and that's it. And I'll talk. What I say, I'll talk to you on the phone.
No, it was I offered up hey, I have my phone number. I have Xbox Live. I can talk to you while you're playing a game. You're like, here's my AIM. I will talk to you over AIM. That's it. I was like, I'll take it. I'm done. We're good.
And then so we did that for I think 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And then Kerry,
Hi.
Kerry came up to Austin, and he worked on reconstruction.
No, I worked on I worked on a short. I just showed up and did the Chain of Thought short.
Yeah,
I just worked on that, and then
in the Congress office.
Yeah.
where we had the blue mural on the wall.
and I was helping Joel with some commercials too. And then when I started, it was season 8
Yeah,
was when I started. And, you guys were just starting it when I came.
I guess
aboard.
Brandon would have been around reconstruction.
Yeah, I think that's when he came in.
Yeah, would have been that time. And so Kerry's now been with us for 5 years as of today.
So, Kerry,
Hello.
you were his mentee
Yes.
for 4 or 5
Protege.
months.
Protege's the word.
You were his protege for 4 to 5 months.
Mentee sounds like
What did you
Mentos.
learn in those 4 to 5 months?
I learned that when someone says that they're busy, they are actually busy, and that you need to leave them alone sometimes.
Was not a smokescreen.
Yeah,
But you got your job.
I did, so it worked out.
So,
Yeah.
the moral of the story is, if Burnie tells you no at a convention,
Nope.
come back every day.
No, those days are gone. Yeah, those days are gone. That's like the the monks, the monastery where you learn about martial arts. And you have to go back 3 times and wait outside.
I was thinking Fight Club, where you make some wait
I
on
think
the
that's
floor.
where he got it from in Fight Club. I think I might be mixing up Fight Club and a Tibetan monastery.
The most shocking thing about that story, though, is that you actually came back each day. Because I feel like you're a pretty timid person.
Yeah, I know I am. Yeah.
And the fact that you actually had the balls to go up to Burnie every single day.
It was
and be like, so,
my parents were very big on the worst he's gonna say is no, just go. I'm like, why not?
The worst you
times.
could do is say no 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. they'll never say no 3 times.
There's 3 days to the con.
Yeah.
That opportunity. Might
Yeah.
not remember.
Yeah, that was the sole reason I went to. I'd never been to PAX before. My brother was like, "Hey, do you want to go?" I was like, Yeah, I don't have ulterior motives.
It's a good thing you did.
Yeah.
All the way up
Imagine
there.
how different your life could be.
I know. You mean terrible. You mean worse.
Actually, that is now when I go to cons, that's the main thing, is talking to people about jobs. That's the main conversation that I have with people. So why if you go to a con, you very rarely see me in the booth, because that's not a 1 minute conversation or 2 minute conversation. That's like a 10 or 15 minute conversation every time.
Yeah.
And so it's like I just slow the line way down.
Yeah, people.
Whenever that happens,
There's a lot of people who want to see you for
What's
some
that?
reason.
Nah.
Here, I'm gonna read
Because I'm
this.
sitting next to Michael.
I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by.
I went to the Austin subreddit. The second link is for Hop Dotty. They're donating 100% of their sales to Texas flood relief.
Fuck you, Hop Dotty.
So we should probably go to Hop Dotty on June 4th. That's pretty cool.
And
kidding,
talk
you
about
100% of their sales.
Talk about how much we hate them.
Yeah.
No, we should just go in the line and be like, guys, you really all got to go Shake Shack. I don't know what y'all are doing in this line.
You give the worst.
I know it's a local place and everything, but Shake Shack, come on.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going on like the art/r/Austin and seeing.
Is there
I'm gonna look at
/r/lakes?
levels. Are you leaving, sweetie? Okay, bye.
No, I'm sitting here.
Are you leaving, honey?
Gus is
No,
right
I got like
there.
another
Little
hour at
sweet,
least.
Sweet little Gus.
No, he's doing this.
Little Gus.
Nice sweet little Gus.
So there was an interesting story I saw the other day online, where I guess a woman went to I don't know if it was a Goodwill, but she went to like some donation store somewhere in Silicon Valley, dropped off a box of computer parts. So she didn't want a receipt or anything. She was just donating it so they could, sell it, whatever, make their money.
Sure.
This is
They said
sketchy already.
the box sat there in the store for several days before they opened it. When they opened it, they discovered there was an original assembled Apple I in it that was assembled by Steve Wozniak.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
That the store then auctioned off and sold for $200,000.
Wow.
So they're trying to find the woman because they give part of the money back to the person who donated the equipment.
Yeah.
They're like, if you were the old lady who gave us the Apple I, can you come back so we can give you the money that we owe you for
Wow, that's crazy,
Is
man.
there-
this? There were only, I forget off the top of my head, it was like 200 or 300 of those that were prepackaged and assembled and
I'm
sold.
surprised that
Wow.
Wozniak didn't buy it.
Oh, I mean, who knows? And I have no idea how the transaction part went down.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's really. I mean, that's a hell of a find. I mean, I'm amazed actually that the person who opened it even knew what it was. I mean, look at that. If you're listening to the audio podcast, they just showed a picture of it. It's literally like a motherboard with some transistors on it, apparently screwed to a wooden board.
It looks like a cutting board.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would be honest. I
Does.
would not know what that is.
And the display is actually like an old black and white tube television. It actually has the VHF and UHF dials on it. So
That way, while you're waiting for your program to load, you can switch over, see what's on NBC.
that's crazy.
Quality programming.
It all
And
switched-
just NBC.
Oh, Mork, you're so crazy. Mindy, why do you put up with him?
you can wait for
It's an old TV series for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like MASH?
Yeah.
You can wait for Friday Night Videos to debut the Thriller video. That was like the big moment I remember when they put Thriller on Friday Night Videos. Whatever happened to Friday? You remember Friday Night Videos, Gus?
I have no idea what Friday Night Videos.
I
Oh,
know
you're
what
from
Friday
Canada,
is.
you crazy
Like
lunatic.
Rebecca Black?
By the way, there's like 2 pages of Lake Levels posts on /r/. I just want to point that out. /r/. Okay.
I don't remember Friday Night Videos. What the fuck was that?
Friday Night Videos was I think it was like NBC maybe. They had like Friday night. They had
Is that like
They have
funniest
videos.
videos?
yeah, it was like 1985. So that's probably a little bit. You would have been a little young for that. You,
Like, watch videos
you
when I
guys
was
were
that
like,
You had eyes.
what are you,
Yeah.
87, 88?
I was 89.
89.
So, you know,
Jesus.
Don't ask me.
Negative a couple years.
Just don't ask me.
Parents were banging while they were watching Friday Night Videos, apparently.
Probably.
Probably.
That'll explain a lot.
I
Based on
mean,
this intro.
this is
This is it?
this it?
Yeah, I guess that's the intro. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't remember that at all. They had like that's what I remember. That's it. Friday Night Videos. Yep, I remember that really well.
Wow.
So high tech. Oh,
Wow.
my God.
Dude, that's fucking state of the art in
Was
1985.
this
Look
like
at
the
that
Tron
shit.
team?
It's red, green, and blue.
This is- they were debuting the Billy Joel
Okay,
Uptown Girl.
Real quick, because you just mentioned it. Have you seen the full 30-minute Shia LaBeouf motivational speech yet?
I haven't
Is
seen
it
all of
30 minutes?
no.
There's a full one that's 30 minutes long.
Shia LaBeouf motivational speech?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Have you not
God.
heard about this?
No.
So-
I saw the Shia LaBeouf thing with like the big heads and stuff.
Oh, no.
No.
that was amazing too. No, it's him. So the short clip is about
Actual
a minute
cannibal.
and a half. Shia LaBeouf it's a minute and a half of him on a green screen just shouting, "Do it, just do it!" And he's like flexing and like just telling you like follow your dreams and live your life and all this stuff.
Yesterday you said tomorrow.
And that's
That's my
30
favorite quote from
minutes?
that.
No, so there's a minute and a half of that, but there's another 30-minute thing where it's almost like a poetry slam. He's like sometimes he just like does like lyrics of a song. He had one conversation where he would face this way on a stool and then this way on a stool and talk to himself. But there's one bit where he just says red, green, blue, red, Blue, just like over and over again for like
Should've said
30
RGB.
seconds.
Oh,
There we
there
go.
it is.
Oh wow.
Someone actually took snippets of this and cut it together with Empire Strikes Back
Yeah.
when Luke is training.
Yeah.
And they made him gave him that blue
Yeah.
ghosty Jedi effect, like he was trying to motivate Luke
I think
Skywalker.
my favorite one was they made it look like a TED Talk.
It's
Like they've got him on stage
Do
and
you
then like
think
the
they
screen
did
behind
the
him.
green screen on purpose for that
I'm
reason?
sure, yeah. He's a crazy person, but I love him.
My favorite is, have you seen the 2001 one yet?
No?
Where it's Hal and Dave, and it's, Dave's outside the ship, and he's like, Hal, open the pod bay doors, Hal. And then Shia LaBeouf's all of a sudden walking behind Dave, like pacing behind him. He's like, I can't do that, Dave. And Shia LaBeouf goes, do it! It's really fucking funny.
So weird.
Yeah,
fucking
that
amazing.
is we're gonna see that for fucking ever.
Yeah.
That'll
it's
be
like-
like the next 6 months of the internet is that video.
He basically created the template for making himself a meme.
Yeah, he did.
So that like his face will
Yeah.
be out there. It's like it's easy
I mean,
to
he did do it on green screen. You
Right.
have to
Yeah.
wonder why that was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Plus, he's rocking the ponytail. I mean, it's just like everything is
Just asking for it.
set in motion.
Let me ask you this. Did you see the video first, or did you see a meme first and then find the video?
I saw the video first.
Really?
And since then, I've seen a million things about it. Yeah.
I saw the 1.5-minute video and I saw that there was the 30-minute version. I just can't dedicate 30 minutes
I just
to
put it
watch
on in the
that.
background, but then it kind of overtook my life, so I had to like stop so I could get real work done.
It's-
There's a 40-second clip where he's just staring at the camera and he's just going, and then at the end he just goes, breathe.
Does he crack?
Did you watch all 30 minutes? You gotta be kidding me. What's wrong with you?
Does he crack at all during?
No.
How?
No.
I just want to point out
cuts.
that Kerry is too busy to move apartments.
Yeah.
But he's got 30 minutes to spare on the goddamn Shia LaBeouf
Look,
breathing video.
We should do a parody of it.
Even Stevens and
I'm sure there's about
Holes
1,000 in the works.
was very integral to my childhood.
What's that?
Even Stevens and Holes was very integral to my childhood.
Okay.
I need him.
Listen,
I need him to not be crazy. Also.
Shia LaBeouf's a great actor.
He is.
He really is a good actor.
Yeah, because he's definitely acting right now.
You think so?
I hope so.
I think he is. I think
Yeah.
he is. I think a lot of times that some people put on those personas. He actually did a long bit where he explained when he apparently got arrested at the musical Cabaret. Like he was at the play.
Oh,
and got
right.
arrested. And Jimmy Kimmel asked him about it. He must have done like a 7-minute explanation of how he got arrested.
Wow.
And it was this long meandering story, and every bit of it was fucking hilarious. And afterwards, the audience was like, ugh. And even Shia LaBeouf, after he told the story, was like this. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have told that story, but it was fucking hilarious.
He just ends with like allegedly.
No, it's just like, it was crazy. It was a crazy story. You should
What
go
was
watch
the gist
it.
of it?
He was drunk, and it's so meandering you can't even summarize it because it just keeps going and
You
going.
have to make a
and going.
30-minute video in front of a green screen to really get the
Yeah.
Breathe.
breathe.
I had an experience though. So we're talking about Shia LaBeouf.
Breathe.
Ashley and I went to Utah for Mother's Day to see her mother because my boys
Shia
were with
LaBeouf.
their mom for Mother's Day. So we thought we'd go up and see Ashley's mom. And
No, you periscoped.
Ashley did this thing that I can't believe she did. She said at dinner, "Oh, hey, there's a funny video, Shia LaBeouf, actual cannibal.
Oh, no.
Let's watch it."
Oh.
And she had like 6 people at dinner watch a 4-minute YouTube video. That was rough.
We got to come up with a term for that. Like we talk about like a term for, things that don't exist that we all know about.
Like
that
German thing.
yeah, right.
they always have
Like,
words
like
for
there,
that.
there needs to be a
Right.
word for that. It's like holding someone a YouTube hostage.
Right.
Or,
No, hang on, wait. No,
Wait.
This part.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, give it a second.
The worst part though is if people don't react to the video you're showing.
That's
At
what I'm
least
saying.
They
Yeah.
react
Yeah.
though.
tweet us your ideas. Our hashtag RT
Yeah.
podcast. I want to see your.
It's-
What should we
It
call
never
this?
happens here, which is great. Like no matter what video I show here, people are gonna start laughing.
Yeah.
But the second I try to show it to my parents, it's like
There's one thing
this
too where you
part's funny.
send somebody a link and they watch the video on their own, and they come like, ha,
And then you talk about it.
They laugh about it.
That's what me and Gus do.
But like
Yeah.
when people gather on a computer to watch a video, that moment, I don't want to watch people watch a YouTube video.
I will
ever
say
again.
this. Anytime I walk by
Agonizing.
Kerry's desk, if I see he has a video full screen, I stop and I stand behind him to watch it.
I think
really?
there's like a level though. Like if it's 2 to 4 people, that's too little. But any more than 4 people, and everyone kind of laughs off of each other.
yeah, it's true.
Like people feed off of each other. In that
Yeah, the
energy.
worst thing is like one person.
Yeah.
So I want to step back for a second. I know I mentioned that I didn't have 30 minutes to watch that whole like Shia LaBeouf thing.
Yeah.
The other thing I haven't had 30 minutes to watch is that Kung Fury video.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone keeps tweeting at me
Yeah.
nonstop. Is it worth a
You know what's
30-minute
weird?
watch?
I feel like nobody saw the trailer for Kung Fury because the trailer was like 6 minutes. I feel like it was a really long trailer. Like it was like 4 minutes at least from when they did their Kickstarter campaign. And everything that everyone is screenshotting is all stuff I've seen in the trailer for when they did their crowdfunding campaign. Yeah. And it looked awesome then. And I was actually surprised that it came out. I think there was like $800,000, $900,000 somewhere in there. And I was actually surprised that it turned out to be a 30-minute movie. But yeah, people are now just all of a sudden discovering it. It's like that's one of those things that like I remember from like 8 months ago, and now it's all back. It's actually longer than that.
Speaking of hipsters.
What's that? Oh, yeah. You know, this is back.
I saw it the first time.
Look, everybody in the crowdfunding scene, they've already seen this thing, man. We all know this.
We knew about it.
You guys in the
we backers got it early.
Kung Fury is great for the lake levels.
You guys in the traditional monetary scene, you guys are just now discovering this for the first time. In the crowdfunding scene, we've been aware of this for a long time.
Everything I've heard is amazing about it.
Yeah, I see like the little snippets of people posting like GIFs and stuff.
Without knowing anything about it, really, it reminds me of that the Far Cry 3 DLC that they did.
Oh yeah,
Blood Dragon.
Oh, Blood Dragon. Yeah.
It just looks like Blood Dragon the movie kind of.
I feel extremely out of the loop because I know nothing about this. What you guys are talking about?
It's like a 30-minute.
It's like one dude that like made like a 30-minute long movie, but it's like the whole thing was basically green screened.
Oh yeah.
Is this it?
I don't know.
I sure hope so.
It's
Looks
called
like
Kung Fury.
Yeah. I'm
It's
surprised.
like an 80s cop movie.
People have been. Yeah, this is definitely it. People have been tweeting it nonstop.
It's been a huge success.
The other thing was I also saw a video someone made in GTA 5 where they tried to make it look like the intro for a 1980s television show. I think it was like called like GTA 5 1983. They like filmed it in like that 4:3 aspect ratio and made it look kind of shitty. And I feel like lots of times when people go for that effect and that look, they overdo it and it looks like a caricature or like a cartoon version of what things actually looked like back then.
Uh-huh.
But that 1983 video actually looks like what things looked like back then.
Well, people have that problem where like this is what they remember it looking like.
Right.
But it's like it's no, you're exaggerating hardcore.
No, but it's actually really good. In fact, I watched it the first time. I was like, wow, that was really good. And I was like, oh shit, I watched it in 720p. So I switched my YouTube player back to 360p and then watched it again. I was like, yeah, there we go. That's a lot more like it.
Man, 360, damn.
But that would have been right.
I know. Just kidding.
I think.
Where did you see Kung Fury? By the way, where did you see it available?
YouTube?
I saw it on Steam, which I thought was interesting.
What?
Yeah, it's available on Steam.
Is there a game called Kung Fury?
I think they made a game to go along with it, but no, there's actually some movies that you can watch through Steam. The first one was like somebody at Valve made a zombie movie, and it was the first thing I think that was available on Steam that wasn't.
Was that in source though?
No, that wasn't. No,
Okay.
And then Free to Play was on Steam. The esports movie. I thought it was great.
So,
yeah, it totally makes sense that would be on Steam.
I think I found my favorite winner for holding someone hostage playing a YouTube video. It was tweeted to us by Datman Nielsen. Ulog.
Ulog.
Like a YouTube gulag.
Oh, Ulog.
How do you spell it?
Youulag.
That's pretty.
Other people saying like tube hostage, you hostage, but Ulog.
You look pretty good.
Ulog. Vostage.
So what do you say? Like you're
Vidboarding.
You're in the
Ulogs?
Ulog.
Vidboarding,
Ulog?
somebody said.
Vidboarding, that's a good one. But yeah, that's good. I'm glad to see we got a few good ones there right away.
yeah.
So the other
Kung Fury looks awesome. Check it out.
Yeah. The other weird story I saw that I actually just saw a little earlier today was it's kind of disturbing. 3 soccer players for Leicester City, which is in the Premier League. The Premier League just wrapped up, so the owners of Leicester City are Thai and they live in Thailand. So the team went out there to celebrate the end of the season, and 3 of the players were involved in a racist orgy.
Hmm.
Try to explain that before
Racist orgy?
having the explanation.
I would assume that there's a very strict like cutoff of like who can be involved. There's
Okay.
like a line, and you could like you walk up, and they're like, no.
Or maybe some dude just goes, man, fuck all the Mexicans. Maybe that's what that means. That's
What I'm gonna do.
maybe that's what that means.
You were pretty close.
Oh, really? Was I?
They were banging Thai prostitutes, shouting racial slurs at them while having sex with them,
What's wrong with people?
filming it, and then sending it to their friends.
What is wrong with people?
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. In fact, in one of you could see parts of the video in one of the stories, and one of the players involved was the son of the team's manager.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that's so fucked up.
What the fuck is the point of
Like,
that?
what I don't understand is why anybody would videotape evidence of something like that.
Oh, please, welcome to the world.
Like
What is
I
that?
was watching a documentary about
World stuff.
the couple who used to get a woman and torture her and rape her and film it and then kill her.
Wait,
And it-
one more time. What is this?
There was a couple
Yeah?
who used to pick up women, torture them, rape them, and then kill them.
Listen, after 27 hours without power, you
And when
you're really straining for things to do.
And then they would film
So how'd you
and
break
they
your
would
foot
film
again?
The whole thing. But what I'm thinking is, if you're killing someone or doing terrible things, why are you filming this?
But those are psychotic
Yeah,
people.
they're psychotic,
It's amazing
for
what the average person will tape and then post online.
Yeah.
Record and then post online themselves. Of them doing really dumb shit, and it always comes back to haunt them. It's always stuff with animals too. People always record themselves doing terrible things, like cruelty to animals. It's just awful.
do they to watch it back later?
This is the dark part of our podcast.
Yeah.
People gotta
That's
realize,
fucked
dude, that
up.
stuff doesn't go away. That stuff does not go away.
Yeah.
I think I may have asked this last time. Has anybody, and this is kind of dark, has anybody hurt somebody or killed themselves on Periscope yet?
Oh. No. Wow.
Not that I heard about.
I'm just curious.
You gave everyone the idea, Kerry.
Don't do that. I'm just saying, I feel like,
Witnessing a live.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure
stream
people,
or something
stuff gets like that posted to YouTube all the time, and they just don't put it up.
Yeah.
But it's a little hard to monitor the live stuff. I don't know.
I guess someone could probably do it. I mean, if somebody did that, they probably would want to do it for attention.
Yeah, they
Probably
would. Yeah.
bigger ways to do it. I mean,
That's true.
Periscope's not really that big.
I guess that's
wouldn't
true.
think-
Yeah. You'd have to have the followers to do it. That's the
Yeah,
point.
but it's like anything. You know what I mean? It's just it's another platform for people.
That's
Yeah.
also
That's how you get the followers. Watch me on my crime spree.
Watch me kill everybody.
I'm gonna go rob this bank.
Yeah.
Wow.
They'll never catch me. Definitely don't have GPS on my phone right now.
Put the location
I had
services
deleted a
on.
couple Periscopes because they were very precise in their location info.
You have your location services turned on that thing. I noticed.
I do on most of them, but I'm very careful about when I start it and don't have it on. Yeah. So
If you're in the line at Shake Shack, it's like,
I get, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's okay.
here I'm
You want to
just
brag
moving
about
along. It's like when I'm at lake level, 637 feet, then it's then I got elevation. That's a
That's
fucking.
very
Birdie's under the water now. The lakes are obviously at 641.
That's a cool level, dude. Jesus.
God
I
damn
mean,
it.
I just like the conversation of people talking about how great the lake's doing when people's houses are washed away. It's just there's
They're
no.
trying to look on the bright side. At least give that to them.
Look at the bright side. It helps people donate
Silver
some
lining.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw a video of someone down. I think it was in Wimberley.
It's not a county.
They were in the city. They were in Wimberley. They were inside a house, on the second floor, looking down, and you can see outside the doors. The water is really high. Then it just breaks the doors open, and
Yeah.
the river's in the living room.
Yep.
And the woman's screaming. She's like, "Oh my god!
And
Oh
there's-
my god!"
There's a guy there. Actually, there was somebody on the Austin subreddit that was his aunt who posted that video. So I'm paraphrasing here, but they've rented that house every year for 10 years, and they just rented it this weekend for it's Memorial Day weekend. So there's
Yeah.
lots of people.
So they're not from Austin.
I mean, Wimberley's south of here. Maybe they were people from Austin going on a river trip or something.
There's
Who
people
knows?
who don't want to
Well,
celebrate
now they have a river
Memorial
in
Day.
Yes.
But
in their house.
there's a whole conversation going on when the water comes in the house, and there's a guy in the background going, "Actually, this is good," and he's right, because if there's if the water comes in the house, then it kind of equalizes the pressure. But if there's no water in the house, there's water outside the house, you're running the risk of the house just being picked up. And,
Yeah. Or just
or the wall coming in.
Just what?
Exactly right. Water's a bad deal, man. Water's
You can't stop it.
yeah, you cannot stop it. You can't stop water. And it's one of those things where I don't think people really appreciate how dangerous water is until they get into a dangerous situation with water one time in their life.
Yeah.
You ever had any weird stuff with water before?
I mean, I'm like any kid, I almost drowned at some point. And that was
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Just
I got
getting
caught in a
swept up by
riptide in Galveston,
Ooh.
which is when it it's a current that goes out to sea. You can actually see them. Lifeguards are trained to spot them. You can actually see where the water's
That's
rushing out to the
scary
ocean.
shit, man.
And it's I was trying to swim against it, trying to come back to shore, and it's I'm going further away from shore, and there's nothing that I can do about this. And finally, my brain kicked in, and I swam parallel to the shore and got out from it. You know what I mean?
Where was that?
It was Galveston, it's just south of Houston.
Are there sharks there?
There's some sharks in the Gulf, but
Nope,
nothing.
I'm done.
Fuck that.
There's Robert Durst there.
Have you guys played Depth? Have you played the shark game yet?
Depth? No.
It's a game where you play as sharks and divers.
Oh, that game, yeah.
Yeah, you grab people.
I
and
know.
Is that like Cops and Robbers, but
Yeah.
sharks and divers?
What's that?
Like
Yeah.
Cops and Robbers, but sharks and divers?
Yeah, 2 people are sharks and then 4 people are divers. The divers are collecting treasure, and the sharks are just grabbing them. And
I would just not.
Is
be
it a
in
shark's
that
treasure?
game.
there's a
What's the
whole
shark's
mechanic.
motivation?
You'd love it because when you're swimming along as a shark, you hit the right mouse button and you grab a diver, and then you just take your mouse and go like this, and you just rip them to shreds like that.
So you can't play the game on a laptop, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Oh, you can just put you on your mouse pad.
touchpad. It'd be tough to play. It'd be tough to play Kerry with one of those old laptops with the little red dot.
The little red nub.
You just wiggle it like a
little
nipple.
Is that what you called it?
That's not a nipple.
Just pretend it's a
It's
nipple.
the other thing.
Oh,
The
clitoris.
down there thing, yeah.
There was
Just say clit.
There's a guy we know, a guy we used to work for, who's kind of an old school Texas guy, and his brother-in-law had a laptop, and he said, "My thing, the little mouse pointer in the middle of the keyboard doesn't work." He goes, "What is that thing called?" And the guy we know goes, "Oh, that's called the clitoris." So he brings it into the fucking laptop repair shop.
Oh,
goes,
God.
My clitoris is busted.
Oh God.
It's like a
So
fucking
this
trainer.
guy didn't actually know what a clitoris was.
No, they were pretty old school guys. They probably had no fucking clue.
Wow.
Oh God.
That's impressive.
He's like, I finally found it. It's right there. It's broken.
But there's stuff. There's
Just
stuff.
wiggle it.
Between J and K or whatever.
But there's also stuff on the human body that's named after real things, like, there's a shaft in a car, but you would never associate that as like. I mean, sometimes you apply words to things.
I can't think of any other example.
There's a shaft like the character.
What?
I guess like lip and then lip of a shoe or tongue.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I can't think of anything else.
Well, it's just different stuff that applies to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
It's like,
true.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, I went.
cock.
All right.
Sorry, I have a message on my nipple. 1 second.
Like you say, like, look, what's that animal called? Oh, it's a cock. You'd be like, oh, somebody fell for that. I'd be assuming. It's like, what's
there's-
that bird walking around? That's huge throbbing boner. Okay. It's like, then they go in the vet. Hey, I got a problem with my huge throbbing boner.
Why didn't they name an
boner."
animal?
It crows all morning long.
Oh,
It wakes me up.
It just spit something out. I don't know.
the more you play with it, the more it blossoms. It's just kind of like, opens up.
But you guys were talking about. You guys were talking about like people doing stuff that like gets recorded. They record it themselves and they put it online. That lives forever. And I always think about that with like political stuff. Like as we progress as a people, and especially like as equality becomes more pervasive. There's always the period right before like equality really grabs hold when people are really fervent against it. Like look back at the civil rights.
Sure.
And it was amazing. It was amazing how willingly people put themselves on the wrong side of history. Like you'll see like somebody walking to a school in Arkansas with their books in her hand, and there's just people yelling at her. It's like, don't you realize that this is going to be like, that picture's going to last forever? You know what I mean? And you're clearly on the wrong side of history.
In like a decade,
In
you're
that.
gonna look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you think about that like with lots of different stuff. I mean, we're like right now the big movement I think in America is we're finally getting, equality of
Weed?
marriage.
Oh.
What weed? Did you see that? By the way,
I mean, look.
Texas is like legalizing weed and the ability to carry guns in a holster in open carry.
Yeah, you can open.
At
They're
the same
working
time.
on open carry.
Yeah, I told Barbara about that earlier today. She hadn't heard about it.
I'm scared now.
It's like
I'm already scared
here's the
being
thing.
in
That
Texas.
defines Texas in a nutshell to me. It's like we're way on this end, like, we're going to legalize pot, and we're also going to allow
I didn't
people to
know
carry guns on their
About
hips.
Texas legalizing pot.
It's
What is
cannabis
that?
oil.
It's cannabis oil, and it's only for medicinal purposes for epilepsy.
Medicinal purposes.
It's on its way though, Barb.
Yeah, so we're all about to have epilepsy is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but the open carry law, you can only shoot epileptics too, so it all works out. That's the law.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about open carry, right? You can see it. You have to be scared.
Yeah, but then I know
should-
someone has a gun.
Yeah, but we should point out, right, Kerry,
Yeah.
that is the law now. It's like you can carry a gun, you just have to hide it.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
it's kind of a
That-
weird law.
that
Also,
never
you
made
can
sense
open-
to me.
You can currently open carry rifles. You just can't open carry
Pistols?
handguns at the moment, and that's what the law changes.
They're gonna allow a shoulder holster, which is like down here, or like a hip,
Like
holster.
a cool cop one.
So it's totally like just
There's, like every part of me doesn't like this.
What about my throwdown piece? Can I have one on my ankle?
what's that?
My
well,
throwdown
that's
piece.
that's
can I
part of
put one on my
concealed,
ankle?
yeah.
Throw
Yeah.
your throwdown
Yeah.
piece.
I'm just gonna carry a water gun on me at all
Yeah, just think
times.
about the entire time you've been here, concealed's okay.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
probably been
it's-
around plenty of people
It's
who have
not that
guns
hard
already.
to get one either.
I might be around people who have guns right now.
Yeah.
So stick with me on this point. Going back to what I was saying earlier. I realized this weekend, I was sitting around like thinking about some things we talked about. I guess what kind of spurred this train of thought was the conversation that I had with the telemarketer that I'm fairly certain at this point was a computer that was talking to me. This is a story I told in another podcast,
Okay.
Kerry. There's actually a link to a Time magazine article from a year ago or 2 years ago where one of the Time editors got a call and had everybody in the office call, and they recorded the calls with him. And it's like a guy saying, "Are you a computer?" She goes, "There's a real person here." He goes, "I understand what you're saying. I need you to say," I think they're saying robot, where I was saying computer. "I need you to say you're not a robot. I'm not a robot. Can you say that?" She goes, "I just would, if it's okay, I'd like to talk to you about your insurance." He's like, "Okay, ask me a question about my insurance and I'll ask you a question." They go back and forth for a little while like that. But she won't say she's not a robot. And she's like laughing at his jokes and all this stuff. It's like, It's really strange. And that
Could
was
just be someone trolling.
that was a year or two ago. Exactly right.
Shouldn't that
It
be
could
like the fourth law of robotics? Like you have to tell if you're a robot. You
Right.
know, like you have to admit it.
You have to
Is that in
correct it.
Bicentennial Man? Is that one of the
Or maybe
laws?
this is like an advanced distributed Turing test. Like this is the way they're testing.
Who?
Anyone, whoever's developing the artificial intelligence.
robots.
Yeah,
like
whatever-
it's not
yeah,
this-
exactly.
They don't want to talk to you about their insurance. It's just a Turing test.
Would you like
That's
robot
interesting.
insurance?
That's interesting. And like you get people in emotional situations where some people get really mad at telemarketers. Some people are very nice or whatever. Yeah, but I was sitting around this weekend. I was thinking, and I was actually talking with JD because he's in robotics. He said a thing that I would not have understood like 10 years ago. He won a robotics competition, and the prize for the robotics competition, they gave him a 3D printed trophy. And I'm like, none of that would have made any fucking sense 10 years ago.
Trophy.
Yeah, that a seventh grader, a seventh grader was in a robotics contest and won a 3D printed trophy. But we were talking about stuff. We were talking about the telemarketer thing at one point. And we came back to it, and then I was sitting there thinking, and I thought, I'm now at the point I think in my life where
Bless you.
I'm actually getting to be careful about what I say about machines and what I say about technology, because everything we do is recorded now. And it's like in 30 or 40 years or 50 years, it's entirely possible
That one of those filthy, dirty ass machines is going to come back and listen to what you said.
that it's like that machines could be on some kind of par with people, and to hear what people said about machines, it's like, that fucking phone was giving me shit, so I chunked it in the river or something like that.
Not if I got anything to do
You
about
killed
it.
my brother.
Yeah.
Humans first.
You're in line at Shake Shack and they're
Now
like,
you must
no, you're not going to do that.
I know that's an out there thought, but I legitimately thought about that I should start being careful about the way that I talk about machines.
I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to be a humanist.
Are you? You might. Honestly,
Absolutely.
guys, you're
Humans
saying
first.
this.
Scoot
Fuck
over.
machines.
What? Out of everybody at this company, I would think that you would go machines
funny.
first over
It's
humans.
funny.
I know you're saying this as a joke, and it seems like a joke now, but I'm being very serious. That, a few decades from now, you might actually regret saying that.
Well, don't worry, because machines won't be able to tell humor initially, right? So regardless, even if I'm telling a joke, I'm fucked either way.
Was that
'Cause,
sarcasm?
Because machines are fucking stupid.
And I'm not
And
even,
they smell bad. And
Sarcasm.
they always break.
Wink.
I'm not even saying like they're gonna kill you with like the apocalypse and the machines taking over and all that stuff. I'm just saying if like they become on par and like
They're going to up your APR.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
your kids, you're not gonna have kids. My kids,
I just keep winning.
Your
they would
dog's
like have the
dogs.
clip of you and going, listen to the way they talked about machines back then. It's so rude. The way they would talk about them.
Humans are so much better.
Oh, you're
We're so smart. We're so good.
God,
we
I've
made
never-
machines. Machines wouldn't exist
so
if it wasn't
full
for
of
us. They owe us. They need to work for us forever for free.
I feel like you're gonna you're saying all this and now you're gonna go invest in magnets and like EMP technology.
Magnets, bitch.
Sit back.
Watching Breaking Bad again.
I feel like leaning away.
Getting away from the technology.
How do we tell Bernie he's crazy?
It's not crazy.
No,
I'm telling you.
I agree. I think it's good. That's why I'm gonna stake the polar opposite.
How do we
thing.
tell Bernie and Gus that they're crazy?
What we do is we get Microsoft Sam to type out a message to them that's like, "It's okay, Bernie. I will always love you."
Forever and ever.
Okay, let me ask you this question. If the machines become sentient, what's more likely? They're going to make autonomous murder robots, or that they're all going to get Tumblr accounts first? And they'll be like, oh my God, I can look at this, what they said about machines. I mean, that is way
Trigger
more
warning.
likely.
Yeah.
Make sure to tag your posts.
not to just make fun of Tumblr. We can make fun of other things too.
Social media.
Yeah, like if robots get on Xbox Live, like
They all get Twitter
get
accounts.
out of here, girl computers.
They just take pictures of motor oil. They're food.
All right, you got me. That's good. That's good.
Seriously, if you're watching this from the future machines, I'm really joking. I have a lot of future respect for you guys. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great.
A lot of past
Butter
respect.
them up.
What's that?
A lot of past respect. We're in the past. You're talking to the future.
At this point in my relative point, they understand. I'm talking machine language. They get me.
Yeah.
felt
No,
bad.
they're so stupid. You got to
They'll-
explain it for them.
they'll understand
if you
all,
don't
it's okay.
explicitly tell them what to do,
One
they
one
break.
one
They don't
one zero
understand.
zero 1 0.
Whoa, shut your mouth.
Let me read this other thing. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by, I've talked about the mattress I had, or that they sent me a couple of times, and it's super comfortable. I feel guilty. Well, I felt guilty when they offered to send me one. I didn't want to, I normally sleep on a king-size mattress. I didn't want to ask for a king. So I asked for a queen.
Why
for
not?
my, I don't know. I just felt weird.
They're a mattress company.
It was one of my weird, like, social anxiety
An
moments.
extra
So
6 inches is really
I asked for
I mean, in
a
general.
queen for my guest bedroom, and now I really like sleeping in my guest bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really regret not asking for the king. It's really, really comfortable.
Is there a story behind their name?
I don't know.
Does it have anything to do with a friendly ghost? That's what I'm asking.
I'm gonna say yes,
We need
Okay.
to know these things.
but not a friendly machine because machines stink and aren't friendly. But it's really cool when you get it. When you
you
get
know
the
those
box.
water
Bad
levels,
idea.
The box actually for the whole queen size mattress was about the size of this table. Like if you were to go down to the floor, and like I got it, and I was like, "There's no way there's a mattress in here."
Yeah,
and you like cut it open, and it's like, since it's like memory foam, it's all like super compressed down,
okay.
and you cut it open, and it's like it inhales for the first time, and just like,
It's like
And it
opening a
just, like-
life raft, like in like the wrong spot. It's like, oh,
whoa, 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 what's
Did it
going
go?
on?
Breathe.
Breathe.
It's a grower, not a shower. Mattress. That's the brand name.
But yeah, really cool, really comfortable. Highly, highly recommend it.
I might
Do
need
you-
to buy a new mattress soon.
I can hook you up with $50
If I get a new
off
place
mattress.
and I have an extra room, might have to.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll get a mattress. I'm down.
Casper.com/roosterteeth.
I have
We
no
need a
room
mattress for
anymore.
our
So
office.
Mattress for the office.
A mattress for the office.
yeah, no, that
to
sounds
take
great.
naps.
They got
Yeah, for
mattresses
interviews
over here on
again?
top of the.
That's not a mattress.
They're pretty comfortable.
It's a piece
Yeah,
of foam.
I slept up there a lot actually.
We're pointing over broadcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Noah has bunk
For those
beds.
of you who understand exactly what a broadcast is.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That
helping out
way.
there, Babs.
Yeah,
So we did some fun. We recorded a podcast Let's Play. Kerry could not do it because Kerry
I'm sorry.
is busy at this moment. He's in the middle of the writing team writing season 3 of Ruby.
Ruby.
So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
What's that?
I'm sorry I couldn't do it.
For the Ruby? Oh, I thought you were saying you couldn't do Barbara's weird pronunciation of.
I can't roll my
Speaking of
R's.
which, I had
I
a weird
can't.
pronunciation
Not
of the word
everyone can be me, it's
pronunciation.
Okay.
But yeah, so we played some we played a little bit of video games. It was me and Gus and Barbara and Brandon and Gus. See, I did too.
Gotta give
Five
thumbs up.
player.
It's all good branding.
I'm so sorry to anybody who watches that Let's Play.
You were fine.
She's fine.
You were totally fine.
Barbara's just like, I mean, I get it. It's like if you're, you know, it's to be a girl on the internet. It's very simple. You just have to be funny and pretty and smart and great at video games. That's it. That's all those things. Just all those things, and that's fine. You're great and nice. You know, just all those wrapped up. You know, and so it's like, you know, we're playing a game that's not typically something that I think Barbara would play, a first-person shooter, and
It was a game that I had never played before, which is a very common game that I think a lot of people are going to.
that is the problem. It's Call of Duty. We
Yeah,
play
it's
Call of
called.
Duty.
Oh, okay. I was hoping of something else, but it was not.
I mean, I just
What do you
played
think?
Halo.
I was
Bro.
hoping it was Splatoon.
Platoon. Oh,
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Yeah.
I played
Oh.
Splatoon
Oh.
at E3 last year, and I was
Gosh.
not impressed.
Let's talk about Splatoon.
Ooh, yeah, can we talk
Yeah,
about
well,
Splatoon?
you know, the funny thing is they haven't changed the game at all since then. No polish, no refinement.
Mario
It's
Kart
literally-
8 looked fucking dope at
they
E3
shipped the
last
game.
year.
No,
Mario Kart 8 is dope.
Splatoon.
Exactly right. That's my point. But Splatoon was sitting there in the same goddamn booth. It was a big, colorful piece of shit, and you're telling me it's way better
Splatoon is
now.
fucking
No more.
amazing.
It's amazing.
Is this the game where you like walk around and you paint the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like a squid kid or something.
Well, you're a
but then
kid, and then you're a squid, and then you're a
And
kid,
then
and you're a squid, you're a kid now.
squid, yeah. For 10 minutes nonstop.
Yeah. It's they have like their commercial. It's definitely marketed to kids. So they're like,
Or squid.
yeah. So it's like your kid now. You're a squid.
Well, it's
now.
interesting because they essentially
a
made
big squid
a 4v4 shooter where the primary objective is not to shoot the enemy team.
Right.
Yeah, you can, but it isn't like it's at no point at all is the goal.
Yeah, sometimes it helps, sometimes not necessarily.
Yeah, sometimes you just run away, and it's totally
I will
fine.
play it.
Yeah.
I realize that I have the minority opinion here. Everything I read online about this game, everybody fucking loves
It's
it.
really interesting, like I said, to play a shooter where you're not shooting the enemy. It's like the whole objective is just the environment, you know, and figuring out what weapons work best in covering your environment and paint. And again, not always necessarily the best weapon for fighting someone.
No, I use roller most of the time.
Roller's
and
really good at finding someone up close.
It's
though.
well, it depends on like the environment or like the situation, but yeah.
And even the fact that you can like quick spawn on someone in your team, like when you die and come
Yeah.
back, you're like,
It's not even when you spawn at any point.
Yeah,
You
any
can just
point.
like click on somebody else and you just like
What
get
system
teleported to them.
is this on?
Wii U.
Wii U. We should get a
And-
Wii U. There's plenty of games now.
It's actually really. This is the first game I think
They-
I've got since Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Nintendo was really scaring me, and then they just like picked it back up, and everything's great now.
There's so much polish on it. It's so well. Like
Yeah.
even like the hub that you're in before the matches, like for purchasing all of your equipment and even interacting with the people, like in that little lobby area.
Yeah.
It's,
My complaint. I have a complaint.
It's
Is
on
that
Nintendo. Nintendo sucks. It's a fucking grown up.
well? Here's the thing, right?
Go
So
ahead.
Miles and Paco and I, one of the guys we work with, wanted to
Which go
play
a
the
little
game
bit-
together, and it was very difficult, and it didn't work very well, and it made me angry.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah. So apparently they're fixing this in August. They're going to do a patch. You
They
can't,
know that right now, August.
Yeah, they said it's in August. You
only
can't.
2 months away.
all the teams are always random. So you can join your friend, but you're not guaranteed to be on their team at all. It just like swaps everybody
Hate
up.
that shit.
And there's no voice chat, so we all had our PS4 headsets on and had a chat in the PS4.
Did you really?
Yeah, to play Splatoon. And so we could talk to each other. And
Okay.
if like Paco was on the team and Miles and I were on the other team, we'd be like, Paco, just stop listening to us. We're playing against you now. Just stop.
Did you hear the Adams and the rest of the people in the tech office playing this new game on their computer the other day?
Is it
Nope.
called Minesweeper?
No, it's not called Minesweeper. It's you could work in teams or individually, but you start off as a little ball and you have to move around, and you could collect things that are smaller than you, but not things that are bigger than you.
Sounds like Katamari Damacy.
It's like Katamari,
Think-
but
think-
it's
think
just
of it- Spore.
Think of it
ball
like
of
2D,
mass.
like cells.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bigger cells absorbing smaller cells.
Okay.
And so basically, the bigger you get, the more you could absorb, and other people are playing. It's like an online server.
Do you absorb each other, or is that too sensual?
Like if you're on the same team?
Yeah.
No. I
No,
don't think
it's
so.
only like you have to play as yourself.
I think
Okay.
you could
You
be
can-
attached to someone, and then you move faster if you like are attached and then separate all of a sudden. So
Yeah, you can
need to,
you can like
catch
shed parts of yourself into multiple pieces and move quicker. It's a browser based game. I don't even know whether to call
I
it a
have
game or
no
not.
idea
Yeah,
what it's called.
it's just like a flash game. It's really
But they were playing for
I'm
like
sure someone will tell us
3 hours,
It's-
and it was so
it's-
loud.
it's like att.io or something. I know it's some website. Yeah, that's
This is it, yeah.
that looks
Is it only multiplayer? Like, is every single one of those things somebody else? Or
right? You see all the different names.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like that
so-
Easy Big D was a bigger one that split into. Oh, see, and then they split again.
Yeah, if you're attached, you can move.
That's
fast
actually my
like
gamer
that.
tag.
But it was going a lot
I'm
faster
little.
when I was
I'm little
watching.
D.
So thanks to everybody in the
Micro D.
Twitter feed who's saying it's Agario.
Yeah.
Agar.io.
Agar.io.
That's it.
Yeah,
a
it
kid
sounded
now.
like fun,
It's a squid now.
so I suggest trying it out.
It's a kid.
I
It's a
just,
squid.
it's stuck in my head. There's like a 10-minute loop, and I watched the whole thing.
It's also interesting. Like when you start that game, like I forget who did it. If it was Kotaku or Polygon, one of the game sites did an analysis about it. And when you start that game, the default character is not boy.
Yeah.
Like the first thing you see is, what do you want to play? Girl, boy. It's not even like boy, girl. It's like girl, boy, and then you pick
That's the way it should
which
be.
character you
yeah.
want.
Have you played with the girl yet?
Girls first.
I have not played as a girl, but I mean I've seen
yeah.
the girl character.
If you play with the girl.
Miles is actually
Sounds like a
going
seventh
to.
grade sleepover.
This is a Wii U game.
Yeah. The girls aren't allowed. Miles was gonna pick a girl, but he noticed that the second he started, he walked and the hair clipped through the arms, and he's like, "Nope, I can't do this." Like it was just gonna bother him too much, apparently. But because the hair looked cooler on
It
the
does
girl.
look cooler, yeah.
The hair looked.
It's like a tentacle. It's like tentacles.
Yeah.
But if there's a clipping issue, he wouldn't do it.
Well, it's just like why would you not fix that immediately? I don't know. The game is still
Yeah.
amazing.
That's a lot of overhead to have it collide with the arms for
Well,
no
they
reason.
collide. I mean, just don't make the
Literally
walk
overhead.
cycle. Look, I'm a kid, and you're a squid. Okay, but together we play Splatoon. Can we play Splatoon?
All right. It's fun.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
So I think I reached a milestone as a parent. This might be a first ever. I might be the only parent in the world that I've now, pay my kids an allowance and they have chores. I might be the only kids in the world who have a responsibility on their allowance to level up my alt characters in video games. That's a new thing that came
Is that
up
one of their
this weekend.
chores?
Yeah, it's like I was having them take out the trash, and it was like, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal with you. You can either take out the trash, or I'll take out the trash, and you can level my Gunzerker up to level 30 in Borderlands 2.
Genius.
And they were like, I'll do it.
Can they play Destiny? Can I borrow them for a
Danny plays
weekend?
Destiny. So it's like, I need you to get my Warlock to
Yeah.
like light level 32.
What's its
Yeah.
hourly rate?
Yeah,
They
you should
just-
lend him out to Kerry.
They have a chore
Yeah.
like so many levels a week, and as long as they make their quota, they get their allowance.
During summer vacation when they're off, you should bring them by the office and have them do some work.
Yeah.
I can put them to work for a bit.
Gus, now you want kids, don't
Yeah.
you? 'Cause
Are they good at Hearthstone?
I have a farm basically now. I'm just like, hey, take this Warlock, get him to level 30. That's all I care about.
You just keep having kids for that purpose only.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they're happy as can be.
That's why people are better than machines.
They have no
Yeah,
idea.
As a kid, it's like if one of your chores is to play video games.
Yeah.
it's like a dream.
They have no idea they're being exploited.
All of my
no
chores
idea.
involve
And I'm not gonna
not-
tell them.
Yeah.
Why would I tell them?
They're like stupid little robots.
Yeah, fucking idiot kids.
Like all
Except better.
robots.
Except better because they have blood and feelings.
Jesus. You're
You mean
killing me.
oil and programming?
No, totally not the same. Are you one of them?
You will be read a transcript of this podcast one day. I guarantee it. You'll be
Like it's sort of like RoboCourt.
yeah, you'll be a robot court.
Yeah, except
Judge
RoboCourt would be
Judy.
stupid.
They just call it court.
Yeah.
They just
It would happen in like a second. Like they have like one processor cycle and be like, all right, he's guilty. Like that's it.
I can't wait for the headline. Gus Sorola brought before racist court.
Yeah. Do you like, in all seriousness, would they have to have like two separate like gaming leagues for like robots and humans? I don't want to play Hearthstone against.
Well, yeah, you got to have
a
like
really good
humans, which
robot.
is like the real league, and then the shitty robot league below it.
No, stop it, dude. Stop.
Because they suck.
Yeah, you'll be held accountable for like
the
every
future racism going on right
every
now.
bot
digging
you
his
ever
grave.
killed in a game. Oh, Ashley just sent me a photo. I'll send it to you.
It'll
Yeah,
be like
Patrick, I'm gonna send
it'll
you
be
this
a
photo.
crime to ignore NPCs and MMOs.
Yeah, you have to talk to every single one because it's rude to not.
Right.
It's lonely.
Like
Yeah.
you can't just click through like, oh, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I feel like you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
If you could, eye
Can-
contact.
Can you remind me? Well, where did I go to high school? Like, oh fuck. Like those are the future quests.
Like you'll pull up the player's guide. It's like no, no. You go back and listen.
You know, that would be like the best camp, like in a war against the robots in the future, the machine, is if we have like military uniforms with captchas all over them so they can't see us. And that'll be the camouflage against the machines.
These stupid machines.
I'm gonna send you, Patrick. I'm gonna send you some photos here in a second. Let me see here.
We do not necessarily share the same feelings as Gus. I just want to
Ken-
make that clear.
Why are captchas so shitty?
Smart move, Barb.
Why are they? What do you mean by shitty?
Like, why is it that they can't be real words? Why is it? It's like, oh, it's a jumble of letters. I don't know what this is. Is that an E? Is that a C?
I found that like on almost every caption now I have to hit the refresh button at least once.
Yeah.
To try and get another one, or I just kind of like blindly guess, which is terrible when you're buying amiibos. And you're like, fuck, I need to get this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should ask you like math problems or
Well,
or there
aren't-
should be at least real words in there.
I know all of Google's ones, like the first word, it's usually two words. The first word's what matters, and the second word is like from a book that they're trying to like transcribe.
Yeah,
like
it's usually
transcribe.
numbers, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of times it's like,
If it's a picture or something.
yeah, it's they actually like their OCR couldn't read it, so they're getting you to do it.
Because we're smarter than machines.
Stop it.
No, it's just that our,
That's why they're
it's just
doing
that
it.
our eyes are better.
The software is retarded, apparently.
Jesus Lord. Gonna regret it. I'm telling you, gonna regret it. You're gonna be on the wrong side of history. You'll be like fucking Jimmy the Greek, or whatever his name was. Remember that guy?
Jimmy the Greek?
He was a sports commentator.
Oh.
And he talked
Yeah.
one day on the air. He decided to talk about the evolutionary advantage that black people have in sports, and it was like, bye.
Yeah,
He said,
essentially.
there goes your fucking career. Yeah, he was gone pretty quickly.
It's probably just like, guys, it's
Bill Burr has like, you ever listen to
It's
Bill
a
Burr, the
compliment.
comedian?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Burr's fucking hilarious. He's got a new show coming out. It's some of the guys that wrote Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay, I'm in.
Are working on
Hello.
on his show. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't actually like horses. That's why I wear the shirt.
Yeah, but that's epic.
Yeah.
When let me ask you a question. When somebody in this office around here like kind of like really likes something, do you feel like you can't talk about it like publicly? Like I really like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and but I don't feel like I can talk about it because like that's like Michael and Jeff's thing. You know what I mean? They like
You don't want to talk
Talk
about it
about
because it's their thing, or because you feel like you're going to get them off on a tangent.
no, just because
Well,
it's their
you,
thing.
You feel
yeah.
like every comment you're gonna make, like, oh, I wonder if Michael saw this. It's like, no, I mean, maybe he did, but I also saw it, and I
Yeah.
liked it.
I guess
But-
it's you don't want to be seen as competing over liking
Maybe we
something.
all
like
just
comics
like
are
Always
John
Sunny.
Reisinger's thing. Like I just like every time I talk about comics or a superhero or something that came out a lot with Avengers is I think John Reisinger should be here to talk about this.
And
with
hating
us.
robots is Gus's thing.
Yeah, now apparently, yeah.
And
Got-
puns are your thing, because
Yeah.
I don't have
anytime
a
I
phone.
make a pun, it's like, oh, hanging
Anytime
around Barbara too
anybody
much.
in the world makes a pun now, I see a goddamn it Barb comment.
Yeah, there you go.
Like anywhere on subreddit, someone.
Yeah, you deserve this though. So
Yeah, I know.
You claimed it.
Yeah, that guy,
I dug this hole.
That goddamn Barb became such a catchphrase. We said it like 3 times.
It's everywhere. Like people find it on random.
We also
subreddits
made a
all the
shirt
time.
out of it.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
did make a shirt.
no, I did. I know, but we made a shirt out of it because it caught on so much.
Speaking
Like
of
it was
shirts,
literally like in 3 vines.
Yep.
I think like 30 people total have watched our vines.
store.roosterteeth.com.
No, you got the
No robots.
You got it wrong. You got it wrong.
just-
What's the marketing message?
Store.
Also, store.
Also
store.
store.
Emily, who runs the Rooster Teeth store, goes, "Hey, if everyone could you please mention the Rooster Teeth store, like in productions and stuff like that. It's like just to be great if you could do it because summer's coming up and everything." And everybody's like, "Okay, well, what do you want us to do?" She goes, "Well, just like at the end of the video when you guys are doing that thing where you're like, hey, like this video and subscribe and stuff, you could just go like also store." And everybody on Monday video was like 70 people was like, "What?" And
Well,
she goes,
Emily's like
"Well, I'm
the
not a writer."
sweetest.
So
I,
This lady.
also store is now going to be in every video.
Yeah, I filmed one of those for Go this week, and I just like Jervis just like store, and then just like for like 4 frames, I just put like the text store on the screen, and that's it.
I love that. I love that the also store. We should just make a.
That should be the podcast description this
We should
week.
make sure this is like also shirt.
Yeah.
It's good messaging. All right, I sent Patrick a photo. Let's see if he's got it ready to go. I don't know if he does.
Kerry, what do you think your thing is?
That
Squids.
Ashley just sent me this photo.
Shake Shack.
That's a Shake Shack line.
Wow.
There's
No.
no Shake Shack line right now. By the way, you want to make $1 bajillion? Make an app. They sell to people
Make
in
an app,
Austin.
okay.
That's just cameras of popular restaurants and their lines.
You know what I want?
Go ahead.
I want an app that shows me a camera to the bungalow conference room, so I know whether or not it's taken before I walk over there.
Why do you care about what's going on there?
Because I had to go take a fucking conference call in my car earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I walked from, there was no availability here. I walked across the parking lot, got there. It was full. To walk all the way back, get in my car, and take a fucking
Apparently,
Really?
it's impossible to get a phone in the conference room. Here.
Impossible.
We've asked before.
Impossible.
It's like it's there's just not happening.
A
got-
robot would have to be smart
If
before
we
that
ever
happened.
move, if we ever move again, we should get phone lines.
That would be cool.
Somewhere, anywhere, like
Yeah.
phone line. But there's no phone lines in this place.
One phone line.
By the way, do you have a problem when you're on Periscope? Like Periscope's having data problems, right? Like everyone is always telling me lost connection, lost connection, lost connection. Or is it just my shitty phone?
I've never had an issue. I think the only issue I had one time was when I was periscoping in the Let's Play room, and then 3 other people were periscoping at the same time. I don't know if it was like
You guys gotta
leading
stop
into-
that. You guys
You
gotta
guys-
stop
you guys
that.
bullet
This
time
is-
the Periscope to get enough iPhones.
It's when it first started.
Recreate it like in 3D.
Mika
an
Burton
entire
actually
room.
called you guys out, and that's just like, people, calm down.
Yeah.
It was like, there was a room full of like 8 of you guys, and all 8 of you were
I think we
Periscoping.
just want to see who would get the most viewers.
Fucking A, Gus. Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
I'm afraid.
We talked about on the
Sound like a
podcast.
signal.
We talked about on the podcast a couple weeks ago, maybe,
Butts?
about how cool a puzzle room is. You remember that?
Oh, right.
Escape rooms.
Yeah.
We're like, there's one in Austin. We should totally do that.
Yeah.
Fucking Barbara goes to a goddamn puzzle room this weekend, and she doesn't invite us.
I did not organize it.
I
Who
saw
organized it?
There were 2
Fucking out them.
what
It
I
was-
think
In
were
that
random
group?
It was
people in the
Cole.
background.
Was it Cole?
It was Cole.
Cole, I was wondering how you got invited. Now I know. Should have been able to figure that one out.
You've been to one before. We had never
Who,
done it.
who were those 2 random people? Were they with you all,
The
or were
two
they
girls?
just? Yeah.
Nadia, who's Josh's girlfriend,
Okay.
and then there's girl Kasri, who was.
I was like,
with
I know
Chris.
their space because I don't know who those 2 people are.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, Cole and I are friends, and he didn't invite me.
Yo, really?
Yeah.
Ice Cole.
We
We talk about
Ice
meme.
Cole.
We talk about Mimos all the time.
There's only 10 spots, and we actually came with 11 people. But the
You're right.
people,
That did make me feel better. Made me realize I'm not friends with Cole. So thank
To be also fair, I probably would have said no.
yeah,
So I was playing Splatoon.
we figured.
I was playing Splatoon.
I think
You're a
yes, the
kid.
people who you knew
You're a
would say
squid.
yes. But it was.
How was it?
It was a blast.
Yeah.
The people at the puzzle room in the one we went to, which is the puzzle room ATX, they knew Rooster Teeth. So
Next, we probably fucking sent 1 million people there.
So what was your time limit?
we had an hour.
Real quick, for those of you who didn't hear the previous podcast where we talked about this, escape room is where they lock you in a room and you have to solve like real world puzzles to get out. Like, can you just say, I guess you can't say. Like in mine, I went to, there was a rug where there was a combination to the safe on the bottom of the rug, but you had to fold 2 parts of the rug together to see it.
There
So-
was nothing really quite like that.
No?
Not that I know of.
Was
I
it
mean,
more like Saw?
what we did, we got in there, and there was 11 of us, so we all spread out. It was not a big room, so there's only so many places you could go, and everyone's
Sure.
voice is traveling, so people kind of focused in little corners. And everyone kind of solved all the puzzles around them, like the little ones.
Yeah?
And apparently, we actually did that one of the fastest times that they've ever seen. We finished all the puzzles
They watch you do
in
this.
There was a woman in there with us.
Oh, in there with you?
Yeah, so she
Interesting.
could give you clues in case you're stuck or anything like that.
Nah, man. They need
Bullshit.
They need
That's
other
cheating.
technology, man.
But
Let the
yeah, we didn't have
robots do something.
walkie-talkies or anything like that.
Lazy ass robots.
No robots in there. But we finished all the puzzles except the last puzzle in 33 minutes. And
Really?
so it took us like almost 20 minutes to finish the last puzzle, which is the only puzzle that all of us had to work together on.
But then when you get
That's
the key and
where-
you get out, you're like, yeah.
Oh, we were so pumped.
Yeah.
We were so pumped.
It's a lot of fun. These escape rooms are a lot of fun.
And we were looking at the wall of all the people who had beaten it before, and so many of the time codes on them were 59:59.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I think what they do is if you're
Over.
if you're putting in the code for the last thing,
Uh-huh.
if you're in the process of typing it in, they like give
Oh, I
that to
see.
you.
Nah, bullshit.
I know.
This is like a fucking robot move.
So
we
many-
wanted to beat like the record, but we were 4 minutes off from
Oh,
beating the
no
record.
kidding.
So
Yeah.
what's stopping
Go
you
back
from
and do it again.
Yeah, what's stopping you from doing it in like 10
Just
minutes?
destroy it.
now?
I know, right? Well,
Dignity?
Hey,
it's not fun that way.
Yeah.
Let's go do this.
Sure.
Let's go fucking
Let's go
do
break.
it.
Let's go destroy their
It'd be
record.
so much fun.
Hey, you know who we shouldn't invite? Robots.
Barbara the robot.
Can we bring one Roomba? Just one.
Just so we can abuse it. Just so we like kick it when we're frustrated and like step on it and hold it down so it can't clean and be like, why?
That's all I want to do.
Somebody sent me a link to a Reddit discussion where they found in New York, they found our winter photo of me and Freddie and the other guys we
saw
were
that.
with. And the conversation was like, oh, are those the two worthless assholes that were with him? Because apparently I called them two worthless assholes. But in my defense, they were worthless assholes. But I'm so afraid they're going to find those two guys and go, hey, this guy called you a worthless
Were they just
asshole.
random people?
They're two random dudes.
John Reisinger said that he wanted to fuck it up for everybody right at the end because someone has to enter a code, and if you enter it incorrectly, it freezes for, I think, 2 minutes.
It's like an iPhone.
We
and
had
you
something
do
like
the
that as
code.
well. We had something like that too.
And so he wanted to swoop in while we were typing it and just, like, press, like, a button. And I was fucking pissed.
Have you ever done that to somebody? The iPhone code, like if you do too many times, it'll lock you out for a while.
No, I like doing this thing to Gavin where if he's on his phone, I just go like this and press whatever
press
he's looking
buttons,
at.
yeah.
But I don't think I've ever fucked up his
Gavin
that.
has gotten to the point where he learned it immediately. Like, if he shows me a text, like, I'm always like, I can't read it. And, like, and then he'll give me the text. And then, no matter who it is, like, that he's showing me the text from, I step in, I've always loved you. And then send. And I went to do it, like, I said, let me see. I said, I can't see it. And I grabbed it. And I started typing. He had taken a screenshot of the text. And I was, like, typing, like, on nothing. And it's like, oh, he learned so quickly.
That's like that wallpaper trick where you would like screenshot all the icons and then like turn off the icons and make that wallpaper.
I've seen
That's pretty
people.
fucking
I've
amazing.
seen people do that with monitors, and it's like the freak out videos of people thinking their monitor's broken.
Yep.
I got a cool new monitor. I got one of those super wide monitors. It's like two. I guess.
It's like a 21:9 aspect ratio.
Yeah, is that
or
what it is?
something?
29 by 9.
22 by 9, something like
The
that.
resolution is 3440 by 1440.
Mine's like this close to dying.
Oh, is it?
My nice one is, yeah.
Your wide one?
I have like a 30-inch,
really?
like one of the original like big display ones you guys got.
Oh.
I somehow got stuck with it because I had a shitty computer at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can only use this one. I guess I'll have to keep it. And it's like, yeah, it's close to
Weaseling his
dying.
way into things.
Like cinema display? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the old school
Those are
ones.
old
Okay.
school, man.
Yeah.
I got to read this other thing here real fast. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by what were we talking about before that? Fuck.
It should have been
Cell
Hearthstone, but I
phone
don't
Cell phone
remember.
will stop
Should
buzzing.
have been Hearthstone.
Will
I,
did you?
I finished. So the May season for ranked play in Hearthstone just wrapped up. I finished May rank 13.
Fuck.
Where were you at?
I was still 20.
Oh.
No, I can't break
How sad.
that.
Whoa,
I'm not good.
that's great ranks.
Yeah.
In fact, for June for the reset, I got enough bonus stars to get to 20. So I'm already at 20 now for June. So I've already got the guaranteed
You've
card
already-
back.
Yeah. I just want that card back, man. I can't remember what the name of that card was, but I disenchanted that shitty legendary card I got, so now
yeah.
I can just build a net deck and I'll be good.
Good.
Words.
I don't know what you're talking
I told you. I told you should probably disenchant that one. It was not very good.
It was not good at all.
Yeah, and
I'll post a picture of it later. I don't remember what it was.
It was
but
worth a
not
lot
good.
of dust you could have used
It was.
to build an actual
I
decent
think I
deck.
need to start playing this in
If
order
you
to
have-
connect with Gus.
If you have dust, you can make cards that are digital and then play with those cards against real people and also robots.
Except the robots are really easy to beat.
They're really easy to beat.
Just like they will be in a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Nope.
All right, I will try it out.
Bad idea.
It's a fun game. It really is. I also
Sorry.
was playing. God,
It's a fun free game that is not free.
Oh God, it's not.
Like
fun at
I
all.
put so much money in that game at this point.
I also
Someone
started,
just said Alpha Brain site crashed.
did it.
Because we, let's go. What is it? What's the address?
AlphaBrainGaming.com/RTX.
Alpha Brain
Well, they have
Gaming.
until like June 15th.
Yeah.
July
Oh no,
15th.
no,
July
it's up.
15th.
It's here.
Yay.
Yeah, you're somebody's blocking you. You're getting
Yeah,
DDoS.
someone's got shitty internet,
buddy.
is what I'm hearing.
How much money have you put into that game?
It's really hard to tell because there's no like receipt for it at all. You can buy 2 card packs, which are like 5 cards for $3. And I must have like a 2-week period where every day I was just like, I could just buy a pack of cards right now. That wouldn't be a big deal. I could just buy a pack of cards right now. I just like kept doing it.
So it's like $3 every time.
Yeah, and eventually I was just like, I have to stop this. I have to stop this.
I could just buy another.
At a certain point, iTunes stopped sending me receipts. They were just like, nah, you know what you're doing.
iTunes.
Or maybe they're
Yeah.
waiting to just.
Because it goes
set
through
up.
iTunes still.
Wow, that's so.
Oh, you're doing it on your phone.
Yeah, I'm like on my phone on my iPad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost never buy cards on. I don't play on the computer very often. I almost always play on my iPad, which is why whenever we play, it's really hard for me to type back to you because my screen goes away and it's just the chat, and I go back. I'm like, what the fuck did Gus just do?
I should start chatting more often.
Yeah,
just to, like,
it
distract
fucks
you.
me up real bad. Actually.
Interesting.
Hey, so have you speaking of cards? Have you guys ever? the trading card system on Steam has existed for fucking forever. And have you ever gotten involved with it in any way whatsoever? Doesn't make any sense to
Every
you?
once in a while, I'm like, hey, you get a card. And I'm like, okay.
Something happened where I figured that card system out. I got addicted to it. I went to like level 22 on Steam. You just level up your profile doing that stuff. You get like emoticons for chat and all that stuff. So I'm crazy addicted to it. I started.
How often do you use Steam Chat?
I talk to my kids all the time on Steam Chat.
Okay.
All the time. It's like when they get home from school and I'm at work, Steam Chat is the number one way I talk to them. Because it's just like they just have Steam logged in. And they don't have AIM accounts or anything like that. So
That's good.
So
But they don't have AIM accounts, or he talks.
No,
to
it's
them
like you have like a way to do that.
and I trade them emoticons and stuff like that because you get like if you get like put like 6 Left 4 Dead cards in, you get like a tank emoticon. You know,
That's
it's a
cool.
little goofy little tongue out tank or something like that. You know, and so if you have a Steam account and you don't want your stuff, just send it to me. Come on,
So,
I'll give you my stuff. I don't care.
send it my way.
I think someone guessed your shitty card here on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Was it Millhouse Manastorm?
No.
Oh, I thought.
Hang on. I have a picture.
There's a card called Millhouse.
Also, if you have anything on Counter Strike,
play.
just send me Counter Strike stuff. That sounds fine. Just send it to me. I'll take all your Counter Strike stuff.
You're very convincing.
Is this the portion of did you turn into Jack?
Right, exactly.
Oh, you got anything free? I'll take it.
Dude, the thing that always bugs me the most when people tag like a business or like a company, clearly tagging them like, oh man, there's nothing I like more than the @Razer laptop. You know what I mean? It's
Too bad I can't afford it.
Too bad.
There's a few people here who are notorious for doing that.
Yeah, and it's always rough to see it. But we have a buddy Fwiz who did like to me the ultimate baller move. He like just wrote. I went to Taco Bell tonight and held a picture of his Taco Bell. Don't care. You know what I mean? Like don't. Anybody didn't tag Taco Bell. He just said Taco Bell. Taco Bell immediately wrote him back. Go, missed you, buddy. And I was like, that for some reason, like that's what qualifies to me as baller on Twitter, where he didn't tag it. He didn't tag Taco Bell, but Taco Bell like reached out and found out that he was doing it. Dude, whoever runs Taco Bell's social media is
great.
They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job.
It makes me want to eat Taco Bell.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Real
I mean,
quick.
a lot of things make me want to eat Taco Bell, but
What was it?
Gus, it was a
A lot of things make you want to at Taco Bell.
at
Yeah,
Taco Bell.
some free
It was
tacos.
a Tinkmaster Overspark. That's what it was.
Hmm.
Those were
a male
4-ish
stripper
words. Yeah, I'm the
That's my stage
Tinkmaster.
name. I guess
I did that once, and then the company just didn't say anything to me. I was like, all right, this doesn't work. I'm just not going to do it anymore. Like, it's not worth it.
That to me, when people like tag a company in like a customer service situation, it's like I don't want to be involved with your customer service situation. Just deal with that shit on your own.
a couple of you guys got involved in the Jetstar incident.
Which one?
Jetstar, it's the Australian airline that charged me $450 for a.
I got involved with that one with you, and like when one of my friends is going through it, I pile on.
Yeah.
I go the opposite direction. And Yellow Cab.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Well, we both had issues with them, right?
And
Fuck 'em.
when she said yeah, at Yellow Cab you're the worst company ever, and I was like, fuck yes. I wasn't even having a cab problem.
That's one thing robots are better at than us.
What's that?
driving?
Driving.
That's true.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Did you see the Volvo that ran somebody over in an auto driving demonstration?
They probably had it coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
the Google card, though.
They probably went on a podcast and called robots idiots.
Did you? And the official explanation from Volvo was that somebody
Whoops.
turned off the "don't run people over" feature. I think that's what they said.
That's a very important slider.
You know, as
it
a
usually
person-
exists at
Oh,
one.
was that the car that was self-parking and it just
limit
kept going?
one.
There's a video of a car self-parking and there's a guy standing behind it like, oh yeah, it's going to stop and go this way, and it just keeps going and runs
Just
him
takes him
over. Yeah. It's great.
Was
deserved
that
it.
part of the Bing car short?
No, but the Bing car short was great.
That was really funny.
I
Shout out to
saw Naomi made like a little plush Bing car.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How does she do it?
she tweeted it way earlier. I don't know if I can find it at this point.
She
She makes things so quickly.
she tweeted the other day that she graduated. I don't understand how she graduated. Like, she spent so much time making stuff.
Yeah, like
There-
I
it's
thought
all
her
great,
full-time
though. That's the
job was
thing.
Making really
Yeah,
cool things.
yeah,
It's every week.
yeah.
Literally every week.
All right, Patrick, I'm sending this to you.
Is this the car?
Yeah. I mean, listen,
That
I'm
laugh.
as you know, I'm a huge proponent of self-driving cars, but I'm also a huge
And
proponent
robots in general.
of people like going,
Yeah.
hey, check out how badass this is. I'm a big fan of that car.
I still like the ketchup machine.
That's a great one. All right, Patrick, coming at you. I'll watch it too here.
We're just waiting for him to get it.
It's gonna be wonderful once.
Oh, here it is. I
Let's
found
load it
the a self-driving car. I'm gonna see if I can get it up here.
I love the live reaction video of Burnie.
I think it's a Volvo.
You think that's a pretty big claim to be sticking on someone?
Yeah, it is
Here it
actually.
is. But yeah, this
There it
is
is.
the one.
That's Volvo. Oh.
He was fine. He was fine.
He's standing there as if
Yeah.
he's like, oh, it's
I
gonna
mean-
stop.
Yeah.
Guess who's
Look at
never
the
gonna-
confidence. Nope.
Oh wow.
It's like he doesn't
His
even
arms don't
realize it.
move.
Guess who's never gonna trust a self-driving car ever again?
That
Oh,
dude.
did you have a stroke?
I did have a
just
stroke
Yeah.
just now.
Yeah, we're about to fix that.
There's the
Oh my
stuff
god.
that we made.
That's amazing.
How? Like,
That's so awesome.
it's so fast.
That is such a funny video.
It
That
is.
video is one of those rare videos that gets funnier as it goes on.
Yeah.
The end of that video is
It's
hilarious.
just like
Joel's playing is
the
great.
Shia LaBeouf video.
What?
Funnier
Yeah.
as it goes on.
The I think it's one of the things I've loved about the company getting bigger is that like I'm just not involved in stuff like that.
And then you see it and you're
And
like,
I just see it, I'm like, this
no
is really
idea.
funny. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like this just happened.
$1 million, but
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun doing that show. And we actually filmed a couple more of them recently with Gus.
Yeah, I was there. That's where we talked about the Jinx very briefly.
Yes.
It was fun. I'm normally not a fan of hypothetical situations, but it was fun to sit down and talk about them. Oh, my thing still streamed. What I told Brandon, or what I told Gavin at the time was, I'm not a fan of hypothetical situations most of the time because I feel like you only have so many thoughts in your life. So why waste them on things that are never going to happen?
Why would you think that? You have more than so. What do you mean? You have so many thoughts in your life. You mean because you're going to die
Yeah,
at some
you
point?
have a
Or?
fi-
I knew another guy who had
number
the
of thoughts.
similar theory. I knew a guy who thought that longevity was entirely based on calories. That when you're born, you have a certain amount of calories, like 10 bajillion calories, that your body can burn.
That
And
once you eat them or burn them?
once you process 10 billion calories, then you're done. Your body, that's it.
What if you're like a Honda? And you can like go through more miles than most other brands of cars.
I don't believe in either of these things. I don't think, I don't think
Family
you have so many thoughts.
I saw a similar thing once posted online. It was in a forum somewhere where someone was convinced that mammals only had approximately 1 billion heartbeats in their life.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that too.
And after a mammal hit 1 billion heartbeats, they died. But it doesn't make sense. Like, dogs don't go through 1 billion heartbeats in
No.
a short number of years. Like, if you think about it, it's like, it just falls apart.
Yeah.
Man, there was some website you can type in when you type in your age and it tells you a bunch of stats for your life. And I remember one of them was how many heartbeats you've had to that point in your life because you put in your birthday. And it's like reading that kind of freaked me out. It was like an enormously high amount of heartbeats.
Was it like millions or?
Yeah, I forget what it was. I forget what it was. But I was like, I immediately closed the site. I was like, I don't want to know that.
Then you start
It
thinking
gave you
about
more. And
Because
it
you
was like
don't.
fun for
It
them.
doesn't ever get a rest. It doesn't ever stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
But then it's like if you're working out, it beats faster, and
Yep.
if you're in a coma or something, it
Beats slower.
Just like I mean, it's just like a
If
whole
you're
bunch
frozen by a bad guy,
It
and
Turn into a
happens.
sperm whale. For
Yeah.
instance, that could be something.
of yeah.
Or if you're a stupid robot and your heart doesn't ever beat because you don't have one.
Yeah.
you mean your processor?
Or
How
if
many
you're
clock
like
cycles you have?
Gus and
I
it
guess they
shrivels up and
average it
turns
out.
black one day for some reason. Nobody knows why. That's why
But it's
You
like
know?
you won't go to a
Turns
doctor.
black. It started off black.
it reveals to the world that it's black evil heart.
Hey,
Yeah, so apparently the Volvo, and it was a Volvo, it was not, they weren't testing auto drive, they were testing the self-park feature, and that the car comes installed with a pedestrian detection functionality, but that costs an extra $3,000.
Oh, I fucking heard about this shit.
That car didn't have it.
If that wasn't programmed,
that should
in
just be standard.
automatically. You can
So-
detect other cars, but not other people.
I found the calculator you're talking about.
Yes.
I put my birthday in, and it says I've taken 294,064,320 breaths
Wow.
in my life,
294 million.
and my heart has beat 1,411,508,736 times since I was
She
born.
should be
Does
dead.
that freak you out a little bit to
That's
know
a
that?
huge number.
That's a huge number. Your heart has beat.
It's really interesting to like. I never, at no point in my life do I ever think I will be associated with 1 billion.
Yeah.
Anything.
Definitely not dollars.
Definitely not dollars.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But I mean,
Something
like,
about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Like
The
knowing
idea-
that information just seems like a deficit.
You've
Like,
done something 1 billion times.
I probably
Jerked
jerked it
off
1 billion
Yeah,
times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that.
I wonder. It'd be great-
ABJ.
That'd be really cool to get a stat sheet at the end of your life, like all the stuff, like
Like the ultimate. Like
you
It's
get
like
to
when you finish a
heaven.
round in a video game
Yeah.
and it shows
Here
you
you
like
go.
damage done.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
poops taken.
Damage
like-
mitigated.
shit stats.
What if that was just like one big category, like gallons produced?
Oh.
It would just be like
or like
Of what?
I just see the whole thing. They
or-
put everything in together.
Like vomit,
volume-
spit and
cum.
pee.
volume
everything.
in, volume out.
Volume in, volume out. It has to
How
be
much your
pretty
body
close to
processes.
equal.
I would think so.
By the time
but you
you're done.
gain weight. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Make it
Someone
happen.
get on that.
Because
Make that.
when you jerk off, it's not like it's like coming from like the food that you ate.
Isn't it?
Is it?
Because like they
do
say,
you
like
think's
you
coming
eat
from,
different
Kerry?
foods and it makes it taste different, right?
What do you think comes from the jizz fairy? It's like comes from,
Yeah.
fills
Yeah.
your nuts up every night.
Every
What do you
night.
think?
It's Vin Diesel's next movie.
Tops you off. Hey, do you know The Rock was just cast in this? Actually, really sounds horrible on paper, but I'm really excited about it. The Rock was cast in Kurt Russell's part in the remake of Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, really?
There's a remake of
They're
Big
making
Trouble in
a-
Little
they're
China.
remaking
everything,
Big Trouble
man.
in Little China.
The Rock was.
What's next? The Golden Child?
Yeah, Golden Child. Wow, look at you.
Fuck.
See a trailer for that on Friday Night Videos. Let me see The Rock. Hey, Patrick, do you remember Friday Night Videos? Yeah. There we go.
And Chartbusters.
Chartbusters, yeah.
Man, I don't
Oh, I
remember
think
that
it's
shit.
Shark
The
Busters.
Rock,
I was like, yeah, that
Big
sounds cool.
Trouble Little China. Let me see if
Only
I can see
90s kids.
this. I
will
just saw
remember
somebody
this.
posted this on Twitter, so I don't know if it's true.
I hate being a 90s kid.
Big Trouble China.
I'm technically. Am I a 90s kid?
Big
if I was
Trouble
born
in Little
89?
China with The Rock
grew up in
will
the
be the
90s.
greatest
Grew
cinematic
up.
experience of all time.
Nice.
Boy, movie sites are really getting superlative in their descriptions of stuff. Yep. Here's an empirical truth. Everybody loves The Rock. That's absolutely true. I love The Rock. Do you like The Rock?
I like The Rock. I'm trying to think if I know anyone who doesn't, and I don't think I do.
Some might say he
Everybody
rocks.
loves The Rock.
I think so.
Everybody. Did you hear about the thing he did where the some guy was gonna, he won a trip to see him? Was a huge fan of The Rock.
Was
and-
it Blaine?
No, it was some guy. I'm trying to remember what the story is exactly.
It was like, yeah, one of his biggest fans.
And one of his biggest fans, and they said, but we want to help you with, he's going to get engaged or something like that, or his girlfriend wants to propose to him. And he goes, and The Rock was like, how about they have a wedding ceremony right then if he says yes, and I'll officiate it. And so he did the whole thing. And
Can
they
he
held
do that? Is he
they-
captain of a boat?
They held, apparently he went through all the trouble to get
Wow.
ordained for this, so that they could play this prank on a fan.
I've
and
done it before.
and
It's
he
not a
married
lot
him.
of trouble.
No,
I mean,
I
I'm
know,
not
I know.
downplaying what he did. It's great.
Yeah, but
Really easy.
that's really awesome.
No,
that's really awesome.
Did you all
Above and
see
beyond.
Fear 7?
I'm totally fucking up that story, by the way. I'm paraphrasing it, but I haven't seen it yet. No,
What are you doing?
I saw Mad Max.
I still haven't seen that, actually.
Mad Max is good.
You haven't seen Mad Max yet?
No.
People are gonna fuck that up for you now.
I know.
They're gonna ruin it for you.
I know. I'm
Go
just
watch it right now. As soon as we're done with the
Stay away
podcast,
from Twitter.
go.
Yeah.
Mad Max was incredible. Little overhyped.
Yeah.
Gotta say, little overhyped.
Yeah, all I've heard is hype so far. So I'm a
Little
worried.
overhyped.
No, don't get me wrong, it's not the best movie ever made.
Nope.
Sure.
It's not going to win Best Picture even this
Unless
year.
The Colorist gets nominated, because the color in that movie was insane.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful movie.
I like
Yeah,
I've
Orange
never
and
seen
Blue.
anything like that.
I like Orange and Blue.
How many drugs should you do before going to see it?
Zero.
Mad Max? No, none.
Zero.
Like
You should-
caffeine?
All
at
the
least, or-
drugs.
You know, there was a. I think we talked about this on the last podcast. We talked about Mad Max a little bit, and the colorist and all that stuff. I definally really. Good lord, sorry guys, my phone is going absolutely apeshit. I don't know what's happening.
That's cool. Don't
Sure
silence it or
everything's
anything.
Let me sure.
I mean,
Or
it's
don't put it on
silence.
a
it's
place
just
that doesn't
vibrating.
vibrate.
Mine's in my
Oh,
pocket.
okay, sorry, that's Brandon, fucker.
Brandon.
He finally
So,
responded to your text.
How would you like to work your way up to employee number 6? How does that sound, Kerry? I have lost my train of thought now.
Colorist.
Colorist?
Last
Brandon
week.
Brandon ruined it. Brandon ruined it.
Well, we got to wrap up if you
Oh,
don't remember.
this is
the
what
Can we
you're
story.
talk, can we
All
talk
right.
a story about?
I knew if I said it, we had to wrap
This is my
up.
new Kerry. You'll appreciate this as a
Hello.
filmmaker and director and everything else.
Hello.
It's totally my new career goal. Tom Hardy apologized publicly to George Miller, and there must be way more to this story than what we know, because he publicly apologized.
Just hold your
Fucking
phone.
Goddamn
Was it Brandon?
My phone is closed. What do you mean?
Because if you hold it, you won't hear the vibrate.
Get rid of it. All right. So Tom Hardy publicly apologized to George Miller, the director, because he said, I clearly did not see his vision when we were making this, and now that I see the movie, I realize that was my shortcoming. In other words, he must have been a phenomenal prick on set and not understood anything that was going on. But then when he saw the final movie, it was amazing. So the actor actually apologized for not seeing the director's vision when they were on set.
Wow.
And now, like, totally has a new appreciation for the guy and thinks he's a genius.
So in like the sequel or whatever, it'll be fucking. He'll be like, I'm on board.
I guess so.
Got this.
Yeah, I think he has signed up already for.
That's.
another
I mean, I
movie.
feel like that's usually what happens. It's like the second time he signs up, it's like, yeah, I'll do 3 movies.
Is there
Sure,
going to be
why
a
not?
sequel
Yeah.
to that Mad Max?
I think.
He might not.
I think it's
you
like
don't know
he's
if
under
he could even
contract,
be in
but
it.
who knows?
I guess yeah, I don't know anything about it.
You know anything about the
Yeah,
movie?
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet. So
It's a dangerous
He's
movie.
under contract for 4 more films.
4 more films.
Fuck.
All right.
That's more than they made originally.
Well, I know somebody's living.
You know, the weird thing about Mad Max is everybody loves this franchise now. The first Mad Max Australian movie was like made for nothing. It was a huge hit. Then they made The Road Warrior, and that came to the U.S. I found out a funny fact about The Road Warrior, Gus. I actually saw it in theaters. I was way too young to go to an R-rated movie, but there was a theater in Houston where we could just go and like. I saw Porky's when I was like 8. Was 8 years old.
That was only a PG movie, I think.
Was it?
I think Porky's
I'm pretty
was
sure
PG.
it wasn't.
I feel like that should have been R.
Yeah, that was like 80s PG.
Today's standards, that would have been R.
There was only like 20 boobs in the movie, so it was PG.
21.
Yeah. If you get 21, they give you the.
Porky's was R.
Porky's
Porky's was R.
Porky's was absolutely R.
Just imagine
But,
21 boobs just floating around.
Yeah. Who's got the third?
When The Road Warrior was released in the U.S. in theaters, it was dubbed. They dubbed the dialogue track from Australian to English.
To American, yeah.
Yeah, to American.
Doesn't it have? I think
that's like so insulting to everybody involved somehow.
I think it
including the
has like a
audience.
specific name for that like strain of English.
For Australian.
Yeah, I think it's called like Strine or something like that.
I'm sure there's
Strain?
different dialects,
Yeah.
right?
Australia.
Yeah.
Bogan.
Australian.
They're getting
Australian.
mad at me in Australia for
Australian.
calling them Bogan.
All right,
So-
we got to wrap up.
But anyway, but then the follow up to The Road Warrior.
I have to pee.
I do too.
Hurry
The
up.
follow up to The Road Warrior was one of the worst sequels of all time.
Yeah, Beyond Thunderdome.
Beyond Thunderdome, which was Tina
Awful.
Turner in it and all
Awful.
that other stuff. It was just silly. So
I feel like they're gonna remake that one.
Barbara's got to pee. So
All right, well, we got to go. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you guys next week. And have fun. We're
Shake
still here.
Shack.
I love you. Bye.
I just like you a lot. I want to take these stones.